rail rivalry renews itself as ETSU visits Chattanooga. It's a homecoming for Scenic City native and Bucks head coach Will Healy as they look to snap a 5-game losing streak to the Mocs. Hello, everybody. Alongside Scott McMahon, Mackenzie Johnson, I'm Chris Goforth. Glad to have you with us here at Finley Stadium today. Scott, for ETSU, it's been about the injuries this season. This is a beat-up Buccaneer team.
Yeah, it really is, especially at the quarterback position. We talked with Will Healy, ETSU head coach, earlier in the week, and he thought he might have to go with a fourth-string true freshman quarterback. But that's not the case. It looks like Cade McNamara, their most experienced quarterback, was warming up, and looks like he'll go this afternoon.
Mocs want to do what they've been doing. That's run the football. They've been doing it well the last 4 games.
Yes, they have. Justice Duran has been that leading rusher, and, of course, the offensive line has gelled. The more games they've gotten under the belt, the better they've played.
Running the ball, that's a key today for Chattanooga as we get a look at our Insure the Win. That's presented by State Farm and local State Farm agent Brett Smalley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Obviously, ETSU, Scott, it starts by stopping that Chattanooga run game.
Yeah, if you can make them one-dimensional and try and put the ball in the air, that's going to be beneficial for ETSU this afternoon.
Of course, for Chattanooga, the run game keyed off the play of the offensive line. They've been very well, have been playing very well of late, and also too, it's an explosive group of wide receivers that ETSU throws. That's a concern for head coach Rusty Wright in Chattanooga.
That's a big concern because of the inexperience at the defensive back position for the Mocs, but we'll see how they try to contain those athletic wide receivers for the Buccaneers.
For more on this rivalry and its trophy, let's send it to the field. Now, Mackenzie.
Thanks, Chris. The rivalry started 8 years ago with the winner of the night getting to lift up this rail tie that used to connect the two cities together. However, you do have to ask, how much of a rivalry is it with UTC winning the last 7 of the 8 times they faced off? A little added pressure today for Coach Healy as it is a homecoming for him, but more importantly, he said he just wants to focus on his team playing well. He is excited for the rivalry, and ETSU is too, with a lot of new players. But it's not new for the fans as they are excited to watch some good football today.
Thank you very much, Mackenzie. We are set to kick it off now. Greg Kelly to kick it off for UTC. ETSU has back Devontae Houston and Ephraim Floyd, and this will go into the end zone for the touchback. So we'll see the ETSU offense go to work. Scott, I guess we'll get a question answered here in regards to who the quarterback for the Buccaneers is going to be. And it looks like it will be Cade McNamara that goes into the huddle. So we'll get a chance to see the guy that, if you follow college football, you've probably been familiar with him.
Right.
Spent time at Michigan, spent time at Iowa. He's thrown for 984 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions this year.
He's out of Reno, Nevada, too, so he's been all around the country, 6'1", 205, and if healthy, can really do some great things. He's got a great experience. He's played a ton of football.
And here's the toss out to Houston. And Houston snuffed out quickly by that Chattanooga defense as the Mocs over Kalen Drakeford, the first one to get it.
Drakeford out of Kentucky now. That was just kind of shot out of a cannon when he saw Devontae Houston get the toss. He tackled him immediately.
McNamara to throw for the first time. Floyd makes the reception, and again, the Mocs are there quickly to close in. Kamari Todd, who's a true freshman in that Chattanooga secondary, coming up and making the stop.
This is the type of things that Rusty Wright wants to see early because of that youth at the defensive back position. They've made 2 nice plays, linebacker and defensive back so far.
A season ago, Chattanooga won this game late, 17-10. Mocs jumped into the neutral zone. Here's a free play. And it's an incomplete pass aiming for Xavier Gallardetz here on the near sideline, but it's incomplete. ETSU a year ago, 4 of 15 on 3rd downs. Chattanooga's going to help them out a little bit here, I believe.
Yeah, it looked like they jumped and gave him that free play, so 5 yards. But again, defensive back had that pass covered pretty well. So McNamara couldn't complete it.
Chattanooga, the only FCS school in the country to start 2 true freshmen in the secondary. We'll talk more about those guys as we go along as Houston motions out of the backfield. McNamara in an empty set on a 3rd down, 3rd and short for the Buccaneers. Steps up, he'll run. He's got the first down and more. Slides down across the 40-yard line.
That's just the maturity that we're talking about right there. I mean, he saw the pocket starting to break down. Nice pressure from the Chattanooga Mocs front. But once he saw that and recognized, he just knew that he could get the first down with his legs, and he did it.
It's a 9-yard gain. Here goes the give to Houston. And Devontae Houston, he'll push the pile forward for a gain of about 4. Up to the 45-yard line, mark it at the 46.
Emmanuel Dixon with a stop from linebacker position, a sophomore. You mentioned how young Chattanooga is on defense.
Off play action now. McNamara has time. He'll sidearm it. It's complete. Slung down is Jeremiah Harrison after making the catch.
Landon Feggins. How about that, number 41, freshman making the tackle there. So we talk about the freshmen and defensive backs. We've got one at middle linebacker and youth all over the place.
Feggins getting the start in this game in place of Zion Rutledge. Rutledge missing the first half today after a targeting call last week. So Feggins, local product from McMinn County. Keller goes in motion, and here goes Houston. He'll find some room to the outside. Houston's got the first down into Chattanooga territory. He takes it down to the 33-yard line.
Nice run by Devontae Houston. You saw that once he got around that right edge, he was taking it quickly, a UConn transfer, and he's out of Roanoke, Alabama.
Gain of 19. Here comes Houston again. He had 59 yards rushing against the Mocs a season ago. Miles Mays, another true freshman on that Chattanooga defense, coming up to make the stop. The Marion County product, about 30 minutes west of Chattanooga, and on the tackle. And a guy that they are very high on. Chattanooga's had a run of tremendous defensive line play in the last decade plus. They're high on what Mays could be. Here's McNamara, drops it off quick out of the backfield, goes back to Harrison. Oh, check that. It was Cole Keller, the tight end, made the catch. It was 0 and not 8.
They've got a number of tight ends they'll run in through there.
First down 10, ETSU.
He just happens to be the first one to catch a pass today.
14th reception of the season on Keller. It's Floyd on the end around, and Floyd gets cut down. Nice tackle there by Chattanooga.
Cam Slay, the Nashville product, a junior, 6'3", 197, out of a strong safety. You get a good look at him. I mean, he is a physical specimen. 48 tackles coming into the game, and shows you his quickness to get the ball carrier on the ground there.
6'3" and 189 pounds. Tremendous size in the Chattanooga secondary for Boss Slay. We've talked about how young they are back there. Boss Slay, a junior. Floyd again goes in motion, this time towards the middle of your screen. Here's McNamara. Quick throw over the middle. Pass is complete. It's Harrison. And there's a true freshman for ETSU making a catch for a first down.
And what a great throw. I mean, that was guarded well by the Chattanooga defense. See it, but McNamara just puts it right on the money, leads his receiver perfectly.
Houston right into the teeth of that Chattanooga defense. Jordan Dickerson, among others, on the stop now for Chattanooga. This is a Mocs defense that last time out against VMI, Chattanooga's coming off a bye. So 2 weeks ago against VMI, they did not give up a touchdown. VMI had a pick 6 and kicked 2 field goals. Floyd again goes in motion. Here's the toss back. Houston with a block to the corner, gets tripped up at the 5. And he stumbles down inside the 5-yard line. Cam Boss Slay saving the touchdown.
Yeah, if Boss Slay doesn't save it, that is definitely a touchdown. And certainly Devontae Houston he's got great vision. He finds that hole and he runs right through it.
Here comes Houston again, and he's stopped in the backfield.
Emmanuel Dixon, that was nice penetration from the Will linebacker. 39 tackles on the season coming into this game, and chalk up another one there for Emmanuel Dixon.
And that forces a 4th down now for ETSU. So after a nice drive for the Buccaneers, things kind of stalled here inside the 10-yard line. They'll have to settle for the field goal. Ewan Johnson.
20-yard field goal attempt, number 15.
who has a long of 49 this season. And this field goal is up, and it is good. ETSU with a 3-0 lead over Chattanooga. Mocs with their first possession when we return back to Finley Stadium right after this. Today's drone footage is brought to you by Crystal Air. Make travel a breeze. Kick off your next trip with Crystal Air. Here's a look at downtown Chattanooga, Moccasin Bend. Lookout Mountain in the background. ETSU with a 3-0 lead over the Mocs. They took it 73 yards in 14 plays, took just over 6 minutes off the clock. Have to settle for the field goal from Ewan Johnson. And a 3-0 lead against Chattanooga. Mocs have won 5 straight in this series, known as the Rail Rivalry.
Kickoffs are brought to you by Crystal Air. Kick off your next vacation with Crystal Air.
Markel Quick.
Number 15, Ewan Johnson.
Back deep for Chattanooga.
ETSU. Deep to receive for the Mocs. Number 2, Justice Duran. Number 6, Markel Quick.
As Johnson boots it high and end over end, and Quick will let it go over his head and into the end zone for the touchback. So we'll see the Chattanooga offense come out to start things, led by quarterback Camden Orth. Rusty Wright said earlier this year, he said, we want to run the ball. That is part of our DNA. When they run for 150 or more under Rusty Wright, they are 30-9 as you get a look at Camden Orth, who is as adept running with the football as he is throwing it.
And those measurements aren't correct. 6'3", 228. So he's like a tight end when he gets the football in open space, and he can run over some people, and that's a big key to this Mocs offense.
And Chattanooga will go on the ground. Justice Durant to the 30-yard line.
Number 2, Justice
Durant, 411 yards and 3 touchdowns over the last 4 games. He's averaging about 7 yards a carry during that stretch. And we've got an ETSU player that's shaken up, so both teams will get an opportunity to huddle.
And Rusty Wright said the biggest thing about Justice Durant is it's very important to him to be good. And he wants to just be one of those leaders that they can depend on. And he's been just that this year. 5'9", 179 out of Palm Bay, Florida. And he's a senior, got the experience, kind of has waited his turn last couple years. And now he is the featured back for the Mocs offense.
It is the 48th all-time meeting between these two. Chattanooga with the all-time lead. We mentioned the fact that Mocs have won 5 straight in this series. Now, you got to remember, football at ETSU went away for a period of time. So the last time ETSU won in Chattanooga Scott, you'd have to go back to November 11th of 2000. It was more than 9,000 days ago the last time ETSU was able to win. Mike Jenkins, the young man shaken up.
Second down, 5.
And he will come off. So 2nd down and 5 for UTC as play resumes. And here's Orth firing over the middle. It's caught quick. And Quick takes it into Buccaneer territory down to the ETSU 40. Jimmy Bowdry made the stop.
Great action on the option there. You'll see Cam Orth pull it out of the belly of Durant and then find Markel Quick, who he sent in motion prior to the snap, across the middle for a huge gain for the Chattanooga Mocs.
Orth started his career at LIU and then transferred to Bowling Green. And here comes Justice Durant for a pickup of 5 again down to the 35.
Drew Francis on the stop. Francis, the son of former Tennessee quarterback Jeff Francis. Longtime ball fans might remember Jeff Francis, quarterback in the late 80s, started in the late 80s. But Drew, a linebacker, 6'3", 228 out of Knoxville, Tennessee, transferred from MTSU, made a nice play there.
Orth again looks to throw, has a man, complete. Josh Williams gets the catch for the 1st down.
Number 5, Josh Williams.
Williams averaging about 12 yards per catch, so that'll be a nice addition to those stats, and also gets the 1st down.
Well, Scott, we watched ETSU put together a 14-play drive. They just marched right down the field, and Chattanooga now able to do the same thing against this Buccaneer defense. The question is, can Chattanooga do what ETSU couldn't? And that's get in the end zone. Ingram and Durant both in the backfield. Ryan Ingram, the transfer from Wofford. Ingram on the left hip of Orth. He is the bigger of the 2 quarterbacks, and he'll lead the way for Justice Durant, who gets inside the 25-yard line.
Man, Ingram just blocks. He blocked Nick Hunter, pushed him all the way back so Durant could gain some more yardage. That's a nice combo. Almost sends it back to the I formation days, just to have that lead blocker. Not necessarily a fullback. Ingram can do it all, but with Ingram at 231 pounds, he basically can be a fullback.
Wofford does not have a graduate program, so that opened the door for him to find a place to go. And here comes Ryan Ingram. And Ingram to the 10. Ingram on his feet inside the 5 and a touchdown. What a run by Ryan Ingram.
Man, that is impressive. Ryan Ingram out of Stone Mountain, Georgia. Like I said, 231 pounds, and he used every bit of it there. Just mashing people on his way to the goal line.
A 23-yard touchdown run by Ryan Ingram. And he had contact, it felt like, for all 23 of those. I mean, he earned every bit of that.
He did, man.
Extra point attempt number 9.
He did. That was impressive.
Jude Kelly out to attempt the extra point. Kelly has been a perfect 19 of 19 this season. Grant Reed will snap. And it's 7-0 Chattanooga, or 7-3 rather. Chattanooga as the Mocs get on the board. Watch Ryan Ingram power his way into the end zone to put Chattanooga in front. Mocs with the lead. Will return after this.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series. built Ford tough.
What is a patient? It's the mom who gets up at 5 a.m. to have cold chemicals injected into her veins and still make it to work on time. And it's the father who sweats through 2 t-shirts trying to make it across the room to keep the promise he made to walk his daughter down the aisle. So, what is a patient? It's the idea behind everything we do. Because at Erlanger, you are our big idea.
Out here, the tea is a little sweeter. The hugs are a little tighter. The grill is always hot. And so is the competition. Out here, the nights stretch just a little longer. And the memories are all shared. This is the heartbeat of our home, our backdrop to life's moments.
Both teams have had the ball once, and both teams have been able to find points. Chattanooga with a 7-3 advantage. Moxco 75 yards in 6 plays, took just over 3 minutes off the clock. A 23-yard touchdown run with Ryan Ingram showing some muscle on his way to the end zone. So Greg Kelly on to kick it off. Devontae Houston, along with Ephraim Floyd, both back deep for ETSU. It's a squib kick. And this will be Floyd at about the 25-yard line. Heads down the far sideline before he's finally popped out of bounds. Mentioned Chattanooga winning this game last year. Mox rolled up 397 yards of total offense, but we talk about time of possession because ETSU on their first drive, they held it for better than 6 minutes today. A season ago, Chattanooga in this game held the football for more than 37 minutes.
Wow, man, that is winning the time of possession game for sure.
That was a 21-14 win a season ago for the Mocs. Jason Albritton in the backfield, off play action. McNamara, he'll swing it out to Albritton and can't find the handle. Got a penalty flag that has been thrown.
Albritton's a fire plug of a guy, 5'9", 220, your short yardage workhorse. Just couldn't find the handle on that little screen pass.
Seth Williams called with a hold. Williams along with Ashton Flynn, the 2 guys on this ETSU offensive line that have probably played the most. They will rotate some linemen up front for ETSU. Here's McNamara being pressured, and McNamara tripped up from behind. It was Jamar Jones that was able to reach out and swatted his ankles.
Jamar Jones out of Hendersonville, Tennessee, 6 foot, 257 pounds, but can move pretty quickly. You saw him just get the ankle of McNamara to bring him down.
Second down and long for the Buccaneers. Again, McNamara swings it out of the backfield. This time it's caught by Albritton, and he'll struggle to the 35-yard line. Boy, he is a load, Scott, with the ball at 5'9", 220 pounds.
This is Landon Feggins at 226, just comes in and lays the wood on him. Really nice play by the freshman middle linebacker. But as you mentioned, Albritton, he wasn't about to drop that screen, that little swing pass for sure after he dropped the first one.
ETSU faced with a third down on the year. They're at 39% on third downs. The Chattanooga defense is at 40% on third downs as Albritton goes out of the backfield. McNamara throws. It's Floyd. He makes the catch, gets the first down, and then steps out of bounds.
Pass complete to number 12, Edward Floyd.
Kari
First
G
down,
there,
ETSU.
Chattanooga defensively. Screen, Meggett, and it's incomplete. Hakeem Meggett not able to hang on.
Yeah, Meggett again hits him right in the number, but just couldn't hang on to the football. He's a graduate student and, of course, a wide receiver, just looking for that little tunnel screen.
Second down, 10.
Couldn't hang on to it. Chattanooga's defense has been kind of pesky here for ETSU so far today.
5 wide and an empty backfield for the Bucks. McNamara trying to draw Chattanooga off sides. Mocs don't budge. Here he is on the draw play. And McNamara slides down at the 40 and a first down in Chattanooga territory. Spread them out. Find that running lane.
No question, and he is phenomenal at that. I mean, just like we talked about earlier, he just recognizes, and right about here, he says, okay, I'm taking it. Look, the middle's wide open. I can get 20 yards, whatever he got for the first down into Mocs territory.
They go back on the ground with Albritton after a 15-yard run by the quarterback, Cade McNamara.
Christian Ozani on the tackle.
Number 21, Jason
Ozani, a transfer from Davidson, was an outside linebacker at Davidson. Chattanooga moves him inside. McNamara throws too high and it's incomplete.
Tipped by Chattanooga defensive lineman.
81 to Aaron Sutter. Incomplete.
That's another thing that McNamara has. His traits just really good at decision making. We've seen him run for some big gains, but man, when he cocks that arm, he lets it go. Very decisive.
ETSU has played 4 quarterbacks this year. Had a well-noted quarterback battle coming into the season as Albritton takes the handoff. He's going to get the first down. They wrestled down by Chattanooga as he gets to about the 33-yard line. ETSU brought in Jacoby Criswell,
First down 10.
who was at one point at Arkansas and North Carolina before he makes his way to Johnson City. Cade McNamara at Michigan and Iowa, and the thought was those two guys would battle it out for the starting position. Here's McNamara now throwing over the middle, bobbled and incomplete. It was intended for Karim Page.
Defended well by Jeremiah Batiste.
For number 5, Kareem Page.
It's a couple of local guys hooking up.
Yeah, Batiste right here from Chattanooga, played at Tyner Academy. 5'11", 179, one of the more experienced defensive backs for the Mocs.
Kareem Page
For Dalton.
at Dalton High School. 45 minutes away from Chattanooga going south on I-75. McNamara quickly out of the backfield. It's Houston. Houston gets to the 25-yard line. He's going to be shy of the first down by about 2, maybe 3 yards.
He's so quick, man. I'm just impressed with Devontae Houston.
Quickly, Buccaneers ready to snap it again on a third down. They've converted 4 of 5 third downs, and here goes Houston, and he will be gobbled up again at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up fourth down for the Buccaneers.
Fagans and Kamari Todd, both freshmen, making that nice tackle to stop Devontae Houston from getting that first down.
ETSU to go for it. They are 8 of 13 on fourth downs this season. And we've got a timeout asked for by Chattanooga. Rusty Wright wants to talk it over as ETSU prepares to go for it on a fourth down to try to extend this drive. They put together a 14-play, 73-yard drive. Took more than 6 minutes off the clock that led to their opening field goal. Chattanooga with a 7-3 lead. Fourth down for ETSU when we return. Chattanooga with a 7-3 lead with just over 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. ETSU faced with a 4th down. The Buccaneers prepared to go for it. The Chattanooga 25-yard line. UTC was able to, they got a look at the ETSU formation. They asked for the timeout. McNamara has Houston on his left hip. McNamara on the keeper, gets the first down and more. McNamara, touchdown ETSU. Buccaneers back in front on a 25-yard run.
To keep his balance was the impressive thing about Cade McNamara on that run. It looked like he initially got the first down with contact, but then he kept his balance through the tackle and waited all the way to the end zone. Really impressive run by Cade McNamara for the Bucks.
Second touchdown run of the season for McNamara. And ETSU back in front, Ewan Johnson on with the extra point. And the kick is good, and it is a 10-7 ETSU lead as we are late in the first quarter. Well, Scott, last year, this was a 17-10 win for Chattanooga in Johnson City. It looks like we're going to see some points scored today.
I'm glad you wear your track shoes. That's perfect, because we might just see a little bit of a shootout tonight, this afternoon here. So far, that's what it looks like. 2 possessions, points for ETSU, and then 1 possession and points for Chattanooga. I'm here for that. I like some points on the board. Makes it exciting.
This is the number 2 and number 3 rushing teams in the Southern Conference squaring off today. So you can expect to see both teams, and I think both of them have so far. Chattanooga impressive on the ground, and obviously ETSU behind that tempo offense. They've been running it effectively today.
Houston's impressive at running back, but boy, Cade McNamara is just as impressive at running it at quarterback.
Ewan Johnson, he'll hang this one up high. Coach Will Healy told us, he said if there's one thing, one area that Ewan Johnson has gotten better at, it's with his kickoffs. And he puts this one into the end zone. And so Chattanooga will get set to go to work again offensively as the Mocs are now trailing. It's a 10-7 ETSU lead. Chattanooga scored on their first possession, taking it 75 yards. They did it in 6 plays, with Ryan Ingram showing some muscle on his way to the end zone. Very physical run for Ingram. And that's Ingram that's in the game now, behind Orth. And here he gets the call, falling forward across the 25, give him 2 for Ryan Ingram. Chattanooga playing in their 351st Southern Conference game today. Mention the fact ETSU, a longtime Southern Conference member, they left the conference for a little while, did away with football for a bit, and wisely brought it back. Orth off play action now, feeling some pressure. He'll spin away from it, directing traffic downfield. He's going to have to run, and he'll step out of bounds at the 25. That's a loss of 2. Pressure was coming initially by Dalen Howard and forced him off his base.
He got on the edge one-on-one and kind of stumbled a little bit. You get another look at it. He's able to get close back to the line of scrimmage, but yeah, like you said, lost 2.
3 yards on the play, 3rd down, 11.
Long 1, short 2. However you want to look at it.
Either way, it's a 3rd and long for the Mocs. Chattanooga at 39% on 3rd downs. Orth Going to take a deep shot going downfield, and it's incomplete. Jamari Robinson, the intended receiver, and out comes the penalty flag. This will be pass interference against ETSU.
Looked like Jimmy Boundary on the coverage, but yeah, had a handful of jersey. And
flag on the play.
had he not had that handful of jersey, that may have been right on target. But
Jamari Robinson has turned into the big play receiver for Chattanooga the last couple of weeks. 9 receptions and 139 yards for him in the last 2 games. Mock's trying to get him the deep ball here.
it's a pretty good throw. Again, Jimmy Boundary with the pass interference. Senior out of Thomasville, Georgia. 5'11", 185.
And he is the guy that ETSU will line up against who they think is the best receiver on the other team. This is Ingram to the 40-yard line, gain of 1.
Ty Anderson, Dre Delanois on the tackle. We've seen Delanois. He played his high school football here in Chattanooga at McCauley School.
Yeah, there's quite the Chattanooga connection here. It goes much deeper than just the head coach, Will Healy, who also played high school football, was a record-setting quarterback in his high school days at Chattanooga. First quarter comes to a close. ETSU with a 10-7 lead. Mock's trying to put the drive together. UTC ball when we continue. We'll return to Finley Stadium. Chattanooga football is supported by EPB, Chattanooga's #1 internet. Get the gig and enjoy 1,000 megabits per second of speed for seamless HD streaming, lightning fast internet, fast downloads, and lag-free gaming. and by Food City, the official supermarket of Chattanooga Athletics. Food City, value every day. Chris Goforth, Scott McMahon, Mackenzie Johnson with you from Chattanooga's Finley Stadium for the rail rivalry between Chattanooga and ETSU. It is a whiteout in Chattanooga. It's all those white shirts you see in the crowd. Here's Orth back to throw as we get the second quarter underway, and it's caught. Complete across midfield at the 45-yard line. It's A.J. Little making the catch.
Nice throw by Camden Orth, too, right on the money to A.J. Little, the sophomore receiver, Macon, Mississippi native, 5'11", 191. Came up with a good catch. He had a Buccaneer defender draped on his back. Still was able to come up with a catch for the first down.
16 yards on that throw and catch. The 11th reception of the season for A.J. Little. Ingram still in at running back for Chattanooga. Off play action. Orth again comes up throwing, and it's incomplete. Going for Jamari Robinson on a crosser. CTSU defense has come up with 14 takeaways this season. I was talking with Will Healy back in the summer and Southern Conference media days. That was one of the things he wanted to see, is see this team come up with the football more than they did a year ago. He said they've done that this week, but he's still not happy with how much they're turning it over on offense. But I don't think you'll find any coach that is happy with any turnovers. This will be a delay of game, it looks like, against Chattanooga. It is. So the mark-off goes back to the 49-yard line. Chattanooga has it in ETSU territory. This is the second possession for Chattanooga. ETSU has had it twice. They've had a field goal and a touchdown. Second down and 15. Orth being pressured. Moves, he'll run. Orth gets to the 40-yard line and out of bounds.
Dang, hit the bench over there.
And out comes the penalty flag.
Number 11, Camden Orth on the carry.
His teammates over to grab him from enemy territory and get their quarterback back onto the field. Get a look at this on the replay.
It didn't look like a really malicious push out of bounds. It was just that Orth was running so quickly over there, and he was a step out of bounds when he got that shove, right? With those folding chairs that close to the sideline, too, that's kind of a little scary if you're a Chattanooga Mocs fan to see your quarterback flying into the folding chairs and bench.
Ball will come down to the 25-yard line, and Chattanooga gets the first down. The ability, though, to use his legs, as we see Camden Orth scramble, the ability to use his legs, that's really been the key for not only his development this season, but really this offense to find some sort of identity as this year has gone on.
Yes, 100%. 6'3", 228. Like I said, when he's got the ball in open space, he's like a tight end running. He's got athleticism, ability to run.
Quick goes in motion. Here's Durant to the left side, and Durant slides off one tackle. It was William Wells that come up and popped him, and Justice Durant stepped right through it.
Yeah, he did. Wells looked like he had him in the crosshairs, and then Durant just muscles his way around and ends up being tackled by Dre Delnawar.
Pick up a 4 for Durant. We go back to Camden Orth. One of the things that Rusty Wright has said, when you've got a mobile quarterback, you've got a guy like Orth that can run a little bit, it creates those 11-on-11 situations rather than have a quarterback just standing back there where you've got 11 defenders and really only 10 offensive guys you've got to account for. Here's Orth again. Quick throw, complete to Quick, to the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. Markel Quick, touchdown, Chattanooga.
Nice, and Orth just read that perfectly. He went to this, the old football adage, if you see pressure coming at you and you throw the football over top of it, chances are somebody's going to be open, and that time it was Markel Quick, Cornelius, North Carolina native. Nice throw by Orth, and Quick makes the moves to get in the end zone.
Heath J.U. will hold. Jude Kelly will kick to tie this game. We've had 4 possessions now and 4 scores. UTC set to jump back in front. It is 14-10 Mocs. Chattanooga with the lead. We'll return to Finley Stadium. Bucks ball when we come back.
Remember how summer felt? Pure, unfiltered joy. Days filled with sun-soaked adventures. And the kind of fun you never wanted to end. That feeling, it's waiting for you in Chattanooga. From breathtaking mountain views to secret waterfalls and hidden wonders, adventure here feels like a childhood discovery. Savor the flavors of summer and make new friends. Give yourself permission to be carefree again. This is Chat Summer.
At First Bank, we tell our customers to bank local and get more. But everyone's more is different. Is yours more adventure? More space? More education? Or work that's more you? We always say bank local, get more. More product range, more accessible bankers, and a whole lot less standing in your way. Whatever your more, you can now get more excited because we got this.
Living with 5G home internet isn't great.
5G is just a cell phone signal.
Riding the waves, man, out in the sky.
So it can be pretty flaky.
Dude, what is up with your internet?
Forget 5G. Choose EPB, the nation's fastest community-wide all-fiber network delivered straight to your home. So much more for your money than 5G.
Money's just a construct, bro.
5G is flaky, fiber is fast and reliable, only from EPB.
(14-10) Chattanooga with the lead over ETSU as the Mocs 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns today. Good start for both offenses. ETSU has had the ball twice. They kicked a field goal and then they scored. Markel Quick, his 2nd receiving touchdown of the season for Chattanooga as the Mocs took it 73 yards in 9 plays. 3 minutes and 11 seconds off the clock.
It was another impressive drive, aided by the personal foul hit out of bounds, certainly, but Orth looked the part. Offense seems to be clicking. We mentioned earlier in the open that the more games they've played together, the better the chemistry has gotten for Chattanooga, really on both sides of the ball.
Another kickoff into the end zone for the touchback. Camden Orth finding Markel Quick with Chattanooga in the lead. Mentioned for Quick, that is his 2nd receiving touchdown of the year. For Orth, that is passing touchdown number 6. Camden Orth, the number 6 passer in the Southern Conference. Cade McNamara at ETSU, the number 5 passer. Mentioned the fact that ETSU has played 4 different quarterbacks this year, including the true freshman from Clayton, North Carolina, in Jackson Bird. Injuries have forced Will Healy's hand at the quarterback spot. Here goes Houston trying to go wide, and he's cut down by Chattanooga, and a great ankle tackle out on the edge by the Mocs.
Amari Todd in on it.
McNamara to throw, out of reach of his intended target, and Jeremiah Harrison.
Harrison's a freshman also playing wide out for the Buccaneers, 6'1", 178 out of Charlotte, North Carolina. But he's been a fairly steady force at wide receiver. 16 catches, 251 yards coming into the game, 2 TDs, a little bit over 15.5 yards per catch.
Buccaneers 4 of 6 today on third downs. McNamara throws, it's caught, shy of the sticks. Cole Keller, the tight end, made the catch.
Emmanuel Dixon made the tackle, number 8 right there.
At 240 pounds, Keller is just a mountain to try to bring down. And he is stopped about a yard short, less than a yard. Hard snap count by McNamara. Go with a tight formation now as they bring both wideouts.
Looked like ETSU jumped. Thought it was their right guard, maybe Seth Williams.
That is the penalty, and with that, get a look at it. That was Isaiah Hall over at right guard, the redshirt freshman out of LaGrange, Georgia, who flinched. Now ETSU will have to punt it away on a 4th down.
So this is what a punt looks like.
Our first of the day. Nate Brackett. And this takes an ETSU bounce to the 20-yard line, and that is where it's down. So Chattanooga will start this drive with a 1st and 10 at their own 20 when play resumes. The rail rivalry for the 48th time. ETSU in Chattanooga, Finley Stadium, when we return. Back at Finley Stadium, a couple of teams trying to keep pace with the top half of the league. You see Mercer and Western Carolina both off to unbeaten starts in conference play. Mercer ranked 16th in one poll, 20th in the other. Mercer with a bye this week. Furman and Wofford going at it today. Samford and VMI, Western Carolina, and the Citadel all playing today. Chattanooga and ETSU here. They play for a trophy that is a railroad tie. After the ETSU punt, Chattanooga takes over. The Mocs go with Justice Durant, and Durant gets a nice push from his offensive line, goes to the 25-yard line. We mentioned it earlier, the idea that these are the top 2 rushing offenses, or the number 2 and number 3 rushing offenses in the Southern Conference. But how about a matchup with the number 1 and number 2 rushers? Justice Durant from Chattanooga, he leads the conference in rushing. And Devontae Houston from ETSU right behind him at number 2. Chattanooga's Ryan Ingram is also number 5 on that list. So you've got 3 of the top 5 runners in the league in this game. Here goes Durant to the outside. He's got the first down out across the 30. And Justice Durant about the 33-yard line.
Just kind of squirted a little bit further for like a yard and a half more. Make sure he had that first down. Justice Durant's just pretty impressive. Slippery enough, but strong enough to run through tackles. Very good balance after contact.
Had a big day last week against VMI. He went for 144 yards. Also caught 2 passes out of the backfield last week. Worth will throw. Making the catch is Little. And A.J. Little has got another Chattanooga first down and into Buccaneer territory to the 48.
Nice sidestep by A.J. Little after he caught the pass. 5'11", 191. Stop was made by Mike Jenkins out of the safety position.
You know, we talked with Rusty Wright this week about kind of his team and sort of where they were at this point in the season, and he was almost relieved to be back at home. Here we are in the middle of October. And before today, Chattanooga had only played in front of their home fans twice. Here goes the give. This time it's Journey Weish seeing his first action. Weish brought down by Jai Barnes, senior out of Cedartown, Georgia. So look at Weish.
Stop by number 98, Jai Barnes. And 1 yard, second down, 9.
Mocs will be at Samford next week before their home back-to-back weeks to open the month of November against Western Carolina and Furman. Weish to the near side.
Number 10, Johnny Weish on the carry.
It's a couple. Chris Davis made the stop. At 9.5 to go in the first half. Chattanooga has had the ball twice. They've scored 2 touchdowns. TSU has scored on 2 of their 3 possessions. They had to punt on their last. Chattanooga with their first third down. Shows you how good Chattanooga's been today offensively. Quick with a block and a stiff arm. He's shy of the first down, trying to hold the ball out. But I think he's going to be out of bounds. It was Mike Jenkins again in the secondary that pushed him out. It's going to set up a 4th and 1 for the Mocs.
Jenkins made a really nice job of getting him down before, or at least out of bounds before you get to the yard to gain. You see him stretch the ball out, as you mentioned, but just a little bit shy. And you're in the no man's land where it's too long for a field goal. It's like they want to power it for a yard or so for that first down.
It's a heavy set for the Mocs. 2 tight ends. Here goes the give. It's Justice. He's got the first down. It was a loaded backfield for the Mocs.
Sure was.
And both tight ends in the game, and Justice Durant powers straight ahead. Watch the Southern Conference's leading rusher get the first down. Durant finally ridden down. Brian Alston made the stop.
Number 2, Justice Durant on the carry.
He sidestepped the initial defender and blew by him. I mean, Durant has really improved his skills over the couple of years that he's been here in Chattanooga.
He's had 2 100-yard rushing games this season for Chattanooga, and we talked a moment ago about his performance over the last 4, averaging 7 yards a carry. ETSU defensively giving up 135 yards a game on the ground. Here comes Duran again. A little stutter step, looking for a hole. It's not there. And he's turned around and knocked backwards, and there comes a penalty flag. I believe it was Isaiah Potts that made the stop. This will be a hold against Chattanooga. Watts Alexander in at that left tackle spot for Chattanooga, and he's the one that's called for the flag. We talked about it earlier about Will Healy being a Chattanooga native, now the head coach at ETSU, a one-time assistant at Chattanooga. He and current Mocs head coach Rusty Wright spent 3 years together on Russ Huseman's staff. Quick motions towards the bottom of your screen. Here's Orth back to throw. He'll take a shot deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. No penalty flags. Javon Oggs back in coverage from his nickel position for ETSU.
3rd down, 13.
Will Healy was a quarterback at Richmond when Richmond played for and won a national championship. There's a look at the bio of the Bucks head coach. He was a quarterback at Richmond when they won the national championship in this stadium. Russ Huseman, a Chattanooga alum, was the defensive coordinator. And Huseman would later become the Mocs head coach and hired Will Healy as Orth throws it into the ground. Pressure coming in his face. And Rusty Wright, Chattanooga's head coach, is also a former Mocs, was a tight end, spent some time playing center at UTC back in the mid-90s. There's a look at Coach Wright in his 7th year directing this program.
Nick Hunter, the linebacker for ETSU, is the one that they're tending to there. He was grabbing his right leg.
Yeah, the relationship between these two coaches, they know each other very, very well. Rusty Wright told us this week that they talk often. He said, I haven't heard from him this week.
Right.
But he said they do talk quite a bit. And obviously have been on the same coaching staff together under Russ Huseman.
Yeah, and it's really amazing so many different towns and markets that both teams are going to recruit. You got Chattanooga native players on the roster for ETSU, and a lot of Johnson City, Upper East Tennessee, Knoxville players on Chattanooga's roster.
Here's a look at Hunter up and
he's just
walking
under his own power.
That's good to see.
Yeah.
Breaking the action. Let's us step aside as well. Chattanooga with a lead. 14-10. Mocs faced with a 4th and long when we return.
Out here, the tea is a little sweeter. The hugs are a little tighter. The grill is always hot. And so is the competition. Out here, the nights stretch just a little longer, and the memories are all shared. This is the heartbeat of our home, our backdrop to life's moments.
Remember how summer felt? Pure, unfiltered joy. Days filled with sun-soaked adventures and the kind of fun you never wanted to end. That feeling? It's waiting for you in Chattanooga. From breathtaking mountain views to secret waterfalls and hidden wonders, adventure here feels like a childhood discovery. Savor the flavors of summer and make new friends. Give yourself permission to be carefree again. This is Chat Summer.
At First Bank, we tell our customers to bank local and get more. But everyone's more is different. Is yours more adventure? More space? More education? Or work that's more you? We always say bank local, get more. More product range, more accessible bankers, and a whole lot less standing in your way. Whatever your more, you can now get more excited because we got this.
Get ready, fans. The SoCon 2025 Football Championship is where legends are born. When the final whistle blows, Southern Recognition is here to make your victory last. Bold, custom-crafted rings built for champions turn every moment on the gridiron into a legacy. This year, don't just play for the win. Drive your championship into the end zone with Southern Recognition.
Back at Finley Stadium, ETSU and Chattanooga. Chris Goforth alongside Scott McMahon, Mackenzie Johnson. A little bit of no man's land as you called it, Scott. You're at your opponent's 39-yard line, a little too far for a field goal. 4th and 13. Chattanooga will elect to go for it. Crumity goes in motion towards the bottom of the screen. Worth with a hard snap count. ETSU does not budge.
Still got plenty of play clock.
Worth now comes up under center. Play clock winding down. Chattanooga may elect to take a delay of game here, back up even further, and then punt the football.
Yep.
That'll give Heath J.U., who is having a nice year, averaging better than 41 yards a kick. It'll give him, or actually nearly 43 yards a kick, will give him a little extra room to operate from. A couple of weeks ago in the Mocs home opener against Tarleton State, he averaged 58 yards a punt, which was a school record. This season, he's put 6 punts down inside the 20-yard line. He'll try to do that again as the Mocs want to back the Buccaneers up. This will hit and go out of bounds. Wow.
He hit the pylon.
That was almost the perfect coffin corner kick.
If it's about 6 inches shorter, it goes out at the half-yard line, but it hits the pylon, which is a touchback. That's pretty accurate.
That's unbelievable. Here's a look at Will Healy. Head man at ETSU. Got a chance to visit with him this week. He was excited about the chance to come back. His first trip back to Chattanooga as a head coach since he left the Mocs and became the head coach at Austin Peay. He's had a couple of stops along the way. On the ground.
Manuel Dixon with another tackle.
Eichelberger on the carry.
Eichelberger's 5'10", 225 junior.
Off play action. McNamara throws quickly, a little bit behind his receiver. Not able to pull it in. It was Karim Page. We talked about Page being from nearby Dalton, Georgia. They call him K5 in Johnson City. And K5 tried to make the acrobatic catch, just couldn't quite pull it in.
Off. KJ Sajor was on the coverage there. Another freshman defensive back for Chattanooga. 5'9", 156 out of Hollywood, Florida.
Another third down for ETSU. McNamara quickly out of the backfield. Eichelberger to the 30-yard line. He is right at the sticks for the first down. It's going to depend on the spot.
Stop made by Cam Bosley, but you talk about a load when he gets it in full speed, man. He is scary to try and bring down.
4th down, less than a yard on their own end of the field from their own 29. ETSU will go for it. McNamara again, the hard snap count. Mocs do not budge up front. And there's a timeout asked for by ETSU. Well, I guess it was worth trying. See if you could draw them off sides. If you can't, burn the timeout and talk it over.
Both defensive fronts have been pretty disciplined on those hard counts because they've seen a couple of them already this game. But nobody's jumped yet.
Here's a look at what is still to come for ETSU. We've got Wofford at home next week, and then a road trip to Samford, and then they go to Cullowhee, take on Western Carolina, and then they close out the season in Johnson City against the Citadel. Their two conference losses have come at the hands of Mercer and Furman in back-to-back weeks. And that Mercer game one, I think ETSU and their fans would like to have back, a 38-34 setback. Will Healy asking for some clarification maybe from the referee. Our white hat today, Jake Brombach. This crew's done a nice job today. Things got a little chippy between these two early. ETSU again to go for it. 4th down, less than a yard from their own end of the field. Snap back. 1st down. Jason Albritton. That is 5'9", 220 pounds, and the former Ole Miss Rebel gets to the 32-yard line.
As soon as they sent Cade McNamara in motion, you knew it was a Wildcat straight snap to Albritton, and he does his job. The short yardage workhorse, Will Healy called him. That's accurate description.
Off play action. McNamara throws and incomplete. Good coverage again from Chattanooga. Ephraim Floyd, the intended receiver. Kamari Todd there in coverage for Chattanooga. Back on the ground they go with room. It's Eichelberger. And Eichelberger across the 40. Give him the 41-yard line before it's stopped.
He's another big back at 225, 5'10". I'll throw Albritton and Eichelberger at you. It's two loads carrying the football.
Another 3rd and short for ETSU. This time it's 3rd down and 1. They'll go back into the Wildcat again, looking for some room. It's Taharin Sutterth. And Sutterth denied.
I don't think he got it.
No, yeah, he was stonewalled.
Sutterth out of Alcoa, Tennessee, which is a suburb of Knoxville, 6'2", 239. As a tight end, you see him take the straight snap. If he probably runs immediately to more of his left, he may make the 1st down, but getting caught up in the back of his offensive lineman slowed him down enough for Chattanooga to grab him, throw him back. Brings up a 4th and 1.
ETSU converted a 4th down earlier. Here they go again from the Wildcat. Albritton, the short yardage specialist. And now the Buccaneers will ask for the timeout. Well, hey, it worked once. Why not go back to it?
Yeah. He's even got their nose tackle, Brendan LeBlanc, in the game as a blocking back, 6 foot 262. So that is definitely their short yardage package or whatever.
You might refer to that as the jumbo package,
or
the heavy package.
Right.
I think either description would fit.
Sure.
14-10, Chattanooga with the lead. Under 4 minutes to go in this first half. Both teams able to score early. Thought we might see a shootout the way they were going up and down the field. Now both teams both defenses especially have settled down a little bit.
No question there.
Chattanooga trying to come up with a defensive stop against this ETSU offense that's averaging 31 a game and better than 400 yards of total offense and outing. McNamara under center. Now he goes out. Albritton on the Wildcat to the right side.
Got it.
First down. Again, hey, it worked once. It's worked twice.
And he followed that big Brendan LeBlanc, their nose guard and lead blocker. Be hard pressed to move out of that guy's way and make a play.
Well, it's a lot coming at you right there.
It sure is.
Eichelberger back in on the right hip of Cade McNamara. We're going to have a motion penalty, I think, against ETSU.
Yeah, it looked like ETSU's offensive lineman jumped just a hair before the snap.
It was Seth Williams. That's the second penalty on Williams today. So the Buccaneers will work now from behind the sticks. McNamara. Pressure. And he's sacked. Thrown down for a loss by Chattanooga's Marquise Freeman.
Marquise Freeman, 6'3", 216, and has some serious quickness out of Cocoa, Florida.
We've talked about the youth on the defensive side of the ball for Chattanooga. Out of that defensive line group, we've seen Miles Mays, a true freshman, make a play. Marquise Freeman may be the most experienced guy that Chattanooga has. Fifth-year senior, started out at Washington State before making his way to the Scenic City.
He is the veteran on that defensive front. Him and Orlando Daniels, the other defensive end, really the only seniors.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of this first half. Chattanooga with a 14-10 lead over ETSU. Mocs defense coming up with a sack. Second and long for the Buccaneers when we come back to Finley Stadium. 2 minutes left in the first half. ETSU offensively heading in the wrong direction. It's a 2nd down and 24 for the Bucks. Chattanooga's defensive front caused some problems. Marquise Freeman coming off the edge with a sack of Cade McNamara. And a motion penalty up front. That's the last 2 plays for ETSU, and it's got the Buccaneers in a 2nd and long. Here's McNamara. Handoff on the delay. It's Devontae Houston. Houston to about the 28-yard line. Emmanuel Dixon made the stop.
One-on-one stop by Dixon, too. It's kind of that draw play where they let the defensive lineman rush the quarterback, and then you hand it off and up through a hole in the middle, and he was able to pick up some yardage, but they've just got so much down in distance that you have to get a whole lot more than that if you want to get that first down past the 50-yard line.
Chattanooga asked for the timeout now with a 3rd down and long situation. Mock's trying to work this clock where they've got a little bit of time left in this first half. There's a look at the Chattanooga schedule. UTC trying to win 2 in a row for the first time this season. You see what is still to come. Pretty tough start for the Mocs with Memphis and Tennessee Tech, future Southern Conference member there.
That gauntlet of Western Carolina, Furman, and Mercer back to back to back. That will determine this season for Chattanooga.
So 3rd down and long for ETSU. Houston in the backfield. Browder, the tight end, goes in motion. Here's McNamara again on the delay. Houston tries to get to the outside. Caught from behind by Landon Figgins. And brought down. Chattanooga will again burn a timeout. I believe that leaves the Mocs with 1 over the final 146 or so.
So the only call timeout here if you're going to get the ball back and try and take it down the field quickly and score before the half. I think if you were content to go in the locker room 14-10, you'd probably let the clock wind a little bit, but we'll see. Chattanooga's offense has been clicking a lot today.
Nate Brackett on to punt. Brackett averaging 45 yards a kick. His longest this season was 63. He did that last week against VMI in a 45-10 win, and he gets away a beautiful kick. Chattanooga will watch it bounce, and this is going to roll deep inside the 10-yard line. They down it at the 8.
50 yards on the punt, first down.
So the Mocs will look at trying to go 92 yards in a minute 35. You go back to the game against VMI last week. Chattanooga put together a 99-yard drive. They did it in 8 plays. It was all runs. Scott, they did that in the 2nd quarter last week.
You're probably going to need to get at least 60 yards if you want to try a long field goal. So imperative that you get some big plays on these first 2 or 3 plays to see if you got enough momentum to get down there and try and steal some points before the half. And then the Mocs will get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, correct?
Worth will give it to Durant, who gets outside and out of bounds. Durant got up to about the 14-yard line before he gets out of bounds. That's a gain of 5.
Knocked out of bounds by number 22, Nick Hunter. Gain 6 yards.
Just kept bouncing until he found a hole. Chattanooga offensive line has done a good job of late allowed only 2 tackles for loss last week against VMI, allowing just 5.5 a game. That's the second best in the Southern Conference. It's an offensive line group that Rusty Wright says has gotten better as the season has gone on. Here's Durant out across the 20 and a first down to the 22. Following an ETSU punt, Chattanooga trying to put together a late drive in this first half, looking to extend this lead. Orth, pressure coming from the backside. He'll slip away. Gets back to the line of scrimmage before he is dropped. Chris Davis Jr. in on the stop, among others, for ETSU. Keep the clock running.
Stop by number 3. Pick call. Second down, 10.
I think since you weren't able to get some big chunk plays on those first 3, you probably aren't worried about the clock. Just want to run it out and get to the half.
They go with Durant out across the 25-yard line. And now ETSU, they'll burn their final timeout. Will Healy figuring, hey, let's take that timeout. Let's see if we can give ourselves a chance to maybe force a punt here and get the ball back.
Well, the thing, too, is they've had 2 punt blocks this year, so they don't even call it punt coverage team. It's punt block team. So that could be part of the strategy, is to put Chattanooga into a punting situation and then just send the house at them.
I asked Will Healy about that this week. They blocked 2 punts, blocked 2 kicks. And he said that you just turn them loose and let them go. He said if a guy gets called with roughing the kicker, we'll live with it. He said so long as they have technique and do things the right way, he said if we end up getting a penalty, we'll live with it. Ingram. That'll bring up a 4th down now for Chattanooga. And that'll do it.
Won't even have to punt.
Chattanooga will not have to punt. Clock will run out, and the first half comes to a close. Well, after a hot start, 4 straight possessions with scores, both teams battle their way to a 14-10 halftime margin. Chattanooga in the lead. Head coach Rusty Wright with the advantage at the half. Stay with us. We've got more coming up at the half as we continue back to Finley Stadium after this. Halftime delivered by Papa John's. When the Mocs win, you win. Every Monday and Tuesday. Following a Mocs victory, you can save 50% off your online pizza order. Use the promo code MOXWIN. That's online at papajohns.com. Chris Goforth, Scott McMahon with you from Findlay Stadium, Chattanooga, with a 14-10 lead. Scott, as expected, we talked about it in the open. Both of these teams want to run the football, and they both did a pretty good job of it in the first half.
Yeah, they sure did, especially the combination, of Justice Durant and Ryan Ingram, both for Chattanooga, combined for just a little bit less than 100 yards already. So I think that talks to the offensive line gelling as we get through the season more. I think that's been a real priority for them. That running game has been really good this afternoon. And then you have Cam Orth, who might have his best half of the season throwing the football through the air. So you have that going for Chattanooga too, and just the running game for ETSU's been, pretty open too, and they've done some great things there. So we'll see what we can get into. It seemed like a shootout at the beginning of the game, and then it kind of settled in. Like you said, both defenses found their way better.
Yeah, certainly both defenses played much better as this half went along, and I think both of them kind of established themselves a little bit. Both of them able to come up with some big plays. No real turnovers in that first half, though, but some big stops on defense.
Pretty clean game, as you mentioned. Yeah, and defensively, there's been some bend but don't break type things. And, for both sides, it's really been an equal contest, and it's been a fun one so far.
Yeah, and we're going to look at this ETSU passing game as well. Cade McNamara has been dealing with some injuries this year. He's come back. We haven't seen him put it up a lot in this first half, but he's been efficient as well.
He looked a little rusty, like you said, on some throws, but then there's been other times where he recognized the defense with a hole in the middle, and he would just take off and run, and his just skill set and experience at being able to make those decisions quickly like that has been impressive.
All right, we come back. We'll have a look at some first half highlights and a whole lot more when we return back to Findlay Stadium after this on our Papa John's Halftime Report. Papa John's halftime report continues with Chattanooga leading ETSU 14-10 here at the break. Get all of ESPN's college football all in one place with the all-new ESPN app. Unlock the ESPN Unlimited plan, or you can log in with your TV provider. We'll return. Look at highlights when we come back to Finley Stadium after this. Back at Finley Stadium where Chattanooga leads ETSU 14-10. Let's get a look at some highlights. Opening drive for the Buccaneers as Houston works his way down inside the 5-yard line. That would set up Ewing Johnson and this 20-yard field goal and a 3-0 lead for ETSU. Would be Johnson once again. Check that, Devontae Houston rather once again. That quick pass out of the backfield would set up this run then by Cade McNamara, taking it 25 yards for the score, as ETSU had jumped in front of Chattanooga at that point, but the Mocs would get the lead. Things started off quickly for Chattanooga offensively. Markel Quick, good first half for him, 3 receptions, 58 yards. That catch would set up this run by Ryan Ingram, 23 physical yards to the end zone, and the score for Chattanooga. Mocs getting it done on the ground in the first half, including the quarterback and Cam Orth. Gets forced to run, and he would take off with it. Orth scrambling for the first down, and that would set up this throw again, going back to Markel Quick, this time covering 21 yards into the end zone for the Chattanooga score, and a 14-10 lead for the Mocs. Our Papa John's halftime report continues. 14-10, Chattanooga with a lead. (14-10), Chattanooga leading ETSU at the half. Just about ready to get this third quarter underway. Let's first send it down to the field. Mackenzie Johnson had a conversation with
Chris, I talked to both coaches, and Coach Wright said it's a physical game, and this is what is to be expected for them. They're not defending the QB run for ETSU very well, and that's what they're going to focus on and improve on in the second half. Coach Healy for ETSU said it's going to be a fourth quarter war. This is what they wanted. This is what they expected. So they're going to be preparing for that. Back to you, Chris.
All right. Thank you very much, Mackenzie. And I think everybody expected this game to go 4 quarters with these two today. It was a one-score game a season ago. You expect today to be more of the same. There's a look at those first half stats. You see Chattanooga pretty balanced, rushing and passing. And the Mocs converting a fourth down. And how about ETSU 3 of 3 on fourth downs? Will Healy not afraid to roll the dice, is he?
Riverboat gambler mentality. There's no question there. They just have barely a lead on the time of possession, 3 minutes or so. But that's fairly equal right there.
Yeah.
And of course, we see a 14-10 halftime score.
Scott, we saw tempo from ETSU on offense early in the first half. As the half went on, they kind of moved away from that a little bit. I wonder if maybe they don't go back and try to play fast again. It worked early.
It did. I think they should do that, to be honest with you. Not full time, full press, but just take your shots, take your chances at it sometimes, because it was working for them on that one, especially I guess it was the second drive where they scored the touchdown.
There's Cade McNamara, 10 out of 16 passing, 60 yards for him in the first half. And you see Chattanooga's Camden North. You talked about his efficiency in the first half, going 6 of 9 for 99 yards and a touchdown. So both quarterbacks played pretty well. Again, McNamara having to shake off some of that rust.
Yeah, no question. I think and the injury too. He's been out a couple weeks, and a couple throws he looked like he'd been out a couple weeks. Didn't have quite the timing with his receivers that he'd like, but all that takes is one or two to get you back into the groove 100%. So Chattanooga will get the ball to start the second half.
Both quarterbacks spread it around. 4 different receivers caught passes in the first half. ETSU to kick off. Ewan Johnson will be the one to kick it away. Justice Durant, A.J. Little, Markel Quick, all among the deep men for Chattanooga. And Johnson will hang this one up high, and Chattanooga will return it from inside the 5, and he gets out across the 20 to about the 22, 23-yard line before he's tripped up there. So a nice return for Chattanooga. Markel Quick with the return. And we'll see this Mocs offense with a 14-10 lead, a chance to try to extend this lead a little bit here early in the third.
The balance that they've shown, just the run game, of course, has been really impressive with the two-headed monster of Durant and Ingram. And then we mentioned Markel Quick with his 3 catches doing some damage, just a little bit under 20 yards per catch, and had that touchdown run after the catch.
Orth with only 3 carries in the first half for 6 yards. VMI really took him out of the run game a week ago. ETSU has done a lot of the same with him. We haven't really seen the RPO game get going for Chattanooga too much. As UTC opens the second half on the ground, Mocs go with Ryan Ingram. Ingram gets 3 up to the 25-yard line. Here's a look at senior out of Stone Mountain. This is Durant. Durant looks for a hole, and he is gang tackled.
Yeah, they really has made a couple of adjustments in that front 7 for ETSU. A lot better on those, first and second down.
Chris Davis Jr. in on that stop. He has been active today out of that jack linebacker position. Davis Jr. was at Georgia State last year before coming over to ETSU. Chattanooga faced with a 3rd down, 3rd and 6 for the Mocs. Opening drive of the third quarter. Orth. Caught!
What a catch.
And a first down for Markel Quick.
Wow, man, what a catch. Well defended by Mike Jenkins, the safety, but Orth on his back foot, getting hit and spun. Just lays it up there for Markel Quick, who hits him right in the numbers. Great pitch and catch. Moves the change. First down, Mocs.
A 3rd down conversion for Chattanooga. And the Mocs will go on the end around with Josh Williams, and Williams is in trouble. And he will be thrown for a loss.
Drew Francis was the initial contact, the linebacker, 6'3", 228. Javon Oggs also in on the tackle. Lost for about a yard and a half. Nice play by the Buccaneers defense.
First time we've seen Chattanooga try to pull off the jet sweep. Here goes Williams. Trying to spin out of a tackle, lost his footing. He'll fall forward, gain of about a yard. Jai Barnes made the stop. And once again, Chattanooga faced with another third down. Matter of fact, UTC went the entire, what?
Quarter and a half before having a third down?
Yeah, it was in the second quarter before they had their first third down. They have faced with they are 1 of 4 on third downs today. Over the middle, caught. Makes one miss. Little inside the 15. And a first down for Chattanooga.
Some breakaway speed after the initial catch from A.J. Little, sophomore receiver, 5'11", 191, a Macon, Mississippi native. Made a nice play. Actually a great route because he was wide open. Orth just sticks it in there. Little makes a guy miss. Picks up monstrous yardage there inside the 15-yard line to about the 11.
How about 43 yards on the throw and catch? A.J. Little. Third reception of the day. Here's Ingram. Caught from behind and just twisted down.
Yep, Drew Francis again, well played by their linebacker. Francis was an MTSU transfer. He's played a ton of football, but he just keeps getting better. I mentioned the first half, he's the son of Jeff Francis, former Tennessee Volunteer quarterback in the late 80s. Grew up in a football family in a big way.
McIntyre in motion. Durant. It's to the corner inside the 5.
Ty Anderson, William Wells on the stop.
Anderson, a guy that Will Healy calls the heartbeat of their defense. Look at Chris Davis Jr. also in on that stop.
Anderson with 43 tackles coming into this game, 4.5 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks. So yeah, I can see why he's the heartbeat at 6'1", 210, just a perfect frame for a linebacker.
Coach Healy said he thought he played his best game last week against VMI. Here's Orth, the fade. Batted down and broken up, intended for Markel Quick. Good coverage by ETSU. It was Kinsley Johnson, the senior, in coverage.
Yeah, nice defense by Kinsley Johnson. Real good size and speed, 5'11", 185. From Jacksonville, Florida.
That breakup was big. Chattanooga will now have to settle for a field goal. Mox will try to make this a 7-point game. With Jude Kelly from 27 yards away. They'll fake it.
Wow.
Kelly.
Look at Kelly.
Touchdown, Chattanooga.
Man, Jude Kelly showing some speed for a kicker. Are you kidding me?
Oh, the kicker may be hard to live with this week.
Yeah, you talk about strutting into the football building out there on 3rd Street, huh? I mean, he showed some speed. That was impressive. His eyes had to have been as big as saucers when he first got the ball and saw that edge.
Watts Alexander shaken up on the play for Chattanooga. He is up and on his feet. He'll come jogging off. Chattanooga fake the field goal.
That was unbelievable.
And Jude Kelly with the touchdown run. Kelly started out at Georgia Tech, a guy they think Rusty Wright really raves about. Jude Kelly, his brother Gray, both just about quality of people they are. He was the player that Chattanooga selected to represent the team at Southern Conference Media Days this year. 21-10. Look at the kicker. Coach, give me the ball and a chance. Jude Kelly takes it into the end zone for the score. Chattanooga in front, 21-10. We'll return to Finley Stadium.
For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough. For 48 straight years, Ford F-Series have been the best-selling trucks in America. We got here by engineering breakthrough technology, redefining Built Ford Tough, and never settling for second best. But what's really made Ford F-Series the #1 selling trucks in America is you. Ford F-Series, Built Ford Tough.
Living with 5G home internet isn't great. 5G is just a cell phone signal.
Riding the waves, man, out in the sky.
So it can be pretty flaky.
Dude, what is up with your internet?
Forget 5G. Choose EPB, the nation's fastest community-wide all-fiber network delivered straight to your home. So much more for your money than 5G.
Money's just a construct, bro.
5G is flaky, fiber is fast and reliable, only from EPB.
Out here, the tea is a little sweeter. The hugs are a little tighter. The grill is always hot. And so is the competition. Out here, the nights stretch just a little longer, and the memories are all shared. This is the heartbeat of our home, our backdrop to life's moments.
For over 100 years, the Southern Conference has competed at the highest level, valuing college athletes on and off the field, and playing a key role in their development. The Knight Commission has recognized the SoCon as a care champion, committed to the education and well-being of our future leaders. Ideal geography, tremendous opportunity, unified values, and celebrating authenticity. In the Southern Conference, it's all here.
Faced with a 4th down, Chattanooga lines up for the field goal instead. They toss it back to the kicker, Jude Kelly, who takes it in for the score. Look at the wheels on the kicker.
That's pretty good speed for a kicker now. I'm serious.
Kelly with the score. Interesting thing about Jude Kelly, he's ambidextrous.
Yes, kicks left, kicks right, and he's been an onside kick master too in his career. A couple at Georgia Tech before he came here, and had one to start the season against Memphis, if you remember that.
Younger brother Gray hangs this one up inside the 5, and it's returnable for ETSU.
Got
Look
room.
out. Penalty flag has been thrown as the ball gets returned out to the 50-yard line. And a nice way to start the drive for ETSU. Now let's see what the penalty is. That was Devontae Houston on that return, and it's Houston that is a little shaken up. So there's 2 flags down on the field. One of them is around the 25, and the other one, well, one is on one side of the 25 and the other is on the other side of the 25. So there are 2 infractions on the play. They both go against ETSU. And so Chattanooga will choose the one. That's a spot of the foul infraction. So Chattanooga obviously is going to take the one that occurred.
Gives you the better,
yeah,
the more better field position, I should say, as far as a defensive look. Puts them inside the 20.
following that nice return by Devontae Houston, wipe it off. And ETSU begins this drive from their own 17-yard line. And Houston, after being shaken up on that kick return, he is in the game on the right hip of McNamara, and here he comes. Houston sidesteps one, and he spun down. Zion Rutledge made the stop for Chattanooga. Rutledge,
he's back.
Had to sit out the first half for the Mocs after a targeting call last week. And here comes a little of that tempo offense maybe for ETSU. Floyd in motion, the give, Houston again. Houston, he'll drag tacklers up to the 30-yard line, and that is a first down for the Buccaneers.
Mari Todd in there, also Emmanuel Dixon, both linebackers on the stop, but not till the Buccaneers pick up that first down. And tempo at its best right here, Chris.
McNamara.
Big pressure. He gets away.
Penalty flag thrown as McNamara flips it out, and it's complete to the 40-yard line. It was Ephraim Floyd that pulled it in, but hold on, this may be coming back. Well, if you include the kickoff, this is now 3 holding calls on ETSU. Look at McNamara able to slip away from trouble, and
everybody's doing the Patrick Mahomes thing now. Yeah.
Before it was the Mahomes, we called it a Utah pass or the shovel pass. So,
well, I saw Josh Allen do it. It didn't go so good. So I don't know. Got to be strategic in that play.
Back to Houston. Finds some room. Again, Rutledge makes the stop at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it seems like he's getting kind of in gear here, lathered up, as they say. Of course, they take him out and bring the big man in, Albritton.
There's a look at Zion Rutledge. Chattanooga will make some substitutions. Mocs have to hurry to get everybody off the field. Floyd again in motion. McNamara to Floyd with a blocker out front. Floyd, first down, depending on where they mark him out at. Let's see, looks like it's enough. If they give him the 40, it will be enough for the first down.
He's thrown out of bounds by Orlando Daniels, but like you said, I think it is at Albritton out there with a big lead block for him.
First down for ETSU. Albritton breaks it. Watch the big man rumble. ETSU touchdown, Jason Albritton. 60 yards. The Ole Miss transfer.
5'9", 220 can show that he can scoot a little bit. That was pretty impressive.
That's his 5th rushing touchdown of the year. He outruns the Chattanooga defense on his way to the end zone. A little celebration with McNamara. For ETSU, his longest run before that had been 29 yards against Elon. Give him 60, and the Bucks are back on the board. Ewan Johnson on to attempt the extra point. And we've got another flag. Tensions have ran a little high on both sides throughout this game.
Yeah, Albritton had 4 carries for 15 yards. They keep feeding him one more time. Now he's got 5 carries for 75 yards.
That'll help the average.
It sure will. 15 per carry at this point. So what a nice run by Jason Albritton.
We'll see what the call is from our referee and Jake Grombach. That is the 4th now holding penalty on ETS. Remember, there were 2 on the kickoff. Then you had 1 on a scrimmage play, and now you have 1 on the extra point. So that is 4, so they will have to re-kick it. after a mark off of the penalty. So Ewan Johnson back out to try this again. So this will become a 30-yard extra point attempt. Johnson hammers it home, 21-17. ETSU closing the gap on Chattanooga. Watch the big man go. Jason Albritton, the redshirt junior, taking it to the house. What a wild start to this third quarter. Chattanooga fakes a field goal, and Jude Kelly will be the first Chattanooga to run on a faked field goal for a touchdown since Jacob Huseman did it against Appalachian State. ETSU would answer longest run of the season for their big man, Jason Albritton, 5'9", 220 pounds. He's taking it to the house. Chattanooga still with the lead, but ETSU closing the gap. Mock set to get the ball back. Both teams with touchdowns to start the third quarter. This is kind of the way the game went to start. Four drives, 4 scores to begin this game. And then things kind of hit a little bit of an offensive lull, but some fireworks here in this third quarter.
2 fun plays to watch.
Oh, definitely.
Sure. Never a dull moment with both these coaches.
Rusty Wright in his 7th year at UTC, 39-31 overall. Coming off a bye week, the Mocs under Rusty Wright 8-1. Coming off a bye week against Southern Conference teams.
And of course, Rusty is 5-0 versus ETSU.
Quick in a slot at the bottom of the screen. McNamara throwing for Quick, or Orth rather, throwing for Quick, and it's incomplete.
Pretty well defended. There was defensive backs all around Quick. But she's proven already today that you need defensive backs all around him.
Weish gets to about the 35-yard line. Chattanooga face now with a third down, about 3rd and 6. Approaching the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. Each team has had the ball once. Empty set here for Orth. Weish motions back into the backfield. ETSU shows blitz up the middle. They'll peel back, and here's Orth. Incomplete. Hit quick in the hands, and he couldn't hold on.
Kinsley Johnson well defended. Markel Quick. See the pressure come at him. Orth just gets rid of it. Quick couldn't find the handle again because of Kinsley Johnson, senior cornerback for ETSU. Nice defense.
Will Healy told us it feels like Johnson's getting better. He says he's playing more physical.
Yep.
He's had a pretty good day so far. Chattanooga will be forced to punt it away. ETSU comes after it. JU gets away a high kick and a fair catch that is called for. 21-17, Mocs with the lead, Bucks with the ball when we return back to Finley Stadium. 5:46 to go in the third.
What is a patient? It's the Navy vet who takes 2 buses to get across town to get hooked up to a machine that will do what his body can't. And it's the newborn who fights for every breath he takes so he can go home and have his brothers and sisters remind him just how strong he really is. So, what is a patient? It's the idea behind everything we do. Because at Erlanger, you are our big idea.
Remember how summer felt? Pure, unfiltered joy. Days filled with sun-soaked adventures. And the kind of fun you never wanted to end. That feeling, it's waiting for you in Chattanooga. From breathtaking mountain views to secret waterfalls and hidden wonders, adventure here feels like a childhood discovery. Savor the flavors of summer and make new friends. Give yourself permission to be carefree again. This is Chat Summer.
Back at Finley Stadium, Will Healy back in his hometown for the first time as the head coach of the ETSU Buccaneers, a guy that was a record-setting quarterback at the Boyd Buchanan School here in Chattanooga before later moving on. Played his college ball at Richmond and then later returned to Chattanooga, was an assistant coach under Russ Huesman here from 2009 through 2015. The last 3 years, current Chattanooga head coach and Mocs alum Rusty Wright was a part of that staff. And Coach Wright talked this week about the camaraderie that staff had built. Here's the screen to Floyd, and Floyd stays on his feet. Tremendous job by Ephraim Floyd to walk that tightrope down the sideline across the 45-yard line.
Defenders just kept coming at him, and he just kept staying in bounds and running. So what a great job by Floyd, and certainly Zion Rutledge got him down, but not until the Bucks pick up a big first down.
Give him the 47, McNamara taking a shot downfield, and it's broken up, incomplete, and there comes the penalty flag.
I think mostly, too, it's going to be on KJ Sajor, another freshman defensive back. Sajor out of Hollywood, Florida, but mostly because Sajor didn't have his head turned around. He was just kind of running into the receiver and didn't allow him to have a chance to actually catch the football.
Sajor, one of 2 true freshmen in this Chattanooga secondary. We talked about it earlier, the fact that the Mocs are the only FCS school in the country with 2 true freshmen back there. And you see Sajor in that battle with Jeremiah Harrison. That's a couple of true freshmen locking up on the outside. They're squared against each other again as McNamara this time will drop it off short. Eichelberger has first down yardage. He gets inside the 20. 20-yard gain down to the 20-yard line.
Just a combo in that running back room, man. You've got Devontae Houston, All-Britain. We've seen him go 60 yards. Now Eichelberger, and they kind of just spell each other, and all of them seem fresh every time they get in the ball game.
And they're going to get deeper. Demarius Rucker, a redshirt freshman,
and you've got a
out of Florida
wildcat situation here.
They'll get Rucker back soon. They expect him back in about 2 weeks. Chattanooga snuffs out the run by Eichelberger on the wildcat.
They sent Cade McNamara in motion to the left side of the line, and Eichelberger takes the straight snap. Picks up just a couple, pretty well defended by the Mocs defense.
McNamara, play clock ticking. Here's Eichelberger. Marquise Freeman made the stop for Chattanooga. Under 4 minutes to play in the third. Second possession here for ETSU. Chattanooga's been able to come away with a touchdown on a fake field goal attempt. ETSU with a long run by Jason All-Britain to start our scoring in this third quarter. Ball is on the ground. Chattanooga recovers. A miss exchange on the handoff, and Chattanooga's KJ Sajor. He was just called with a pass interference, and he comes up with the game's first turnover.
Monster turnover and a great recovery there by KJ Sajor, making up for that pass interference call earlier. Again, a true freshman, so out there learning as much as possible. Just too many ball fakes, to be honest with you. He got caught up in trying to put it and look like Eichelberger's belly and then pull it back out. It hits him, the ball gets on the turf, and KJ Sajor all over it. Now you will say this is crazy, but 5'9", 156, 156 pounds playing Division I FCS college football. And again, by the time his junior year rolls around, he'll probably be about 180, but 156 when he started on campus in Chattanooga here.
UTC takes over. They start at their own 15-yard line. Here goes Durant in trouble in the backfield, and he is dumped. Shooting through to come up with that stop was Teddy Wilson.
Wilson made a heck of a play on that.
Wilson, the fifth-year senior, North Carolina native. Loss of a couple. Second and long situation for Chattanooga. We'll go back to Durant, and again, nice job by ETSU as that defense led by Ty Anderson keying on Justice Durant. And now Chattanooga faced with a third down and long. So after coming up with the game's first turnover,
they keep it on the ground, which I thought was a little surprising there on second down, but Now you're pretty much in a situation where you've got to throw it.
See what offensive coordinator Joe Pizzo has in store on a third down. Mocs are 2 for 7 today on third downs. Orth hit as he releases, and an incomplete pass could have possibly been picked off. It bounced right in front of Quay Birdsong. It was Caven Call that came in and brought the heat and some contact there. Call, one of the players that Will Healy, who was at Central Florida a season ago. Call followed Healy from Central Florida up to ETSU. Gallardets back deep. Heath J.U. to get it off, and we've got a penalty flag.
Both teams accusing each other of jumping.
Yeah, the officials will huddle. You see ETSU, they're pointing at Chattanooga.
That's a pretty long huddle for a motion penalty.
Yeah, isn't it? Rusty Wright looking for an explanation as well. He's out not quite to the numbers. And Rusty Wright wants to pull his guys together for a minute. Doesn't change the decision. Chattanooga to kick it away as J.U. unloads a high kick, and Gallardets will make the fair catch. And that's where ETSU will start offensively with a 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line following the Chattanooga punt. Buccaneers put the ball on the ground on their previous possession. Chattanooga was able to recover it. That's their first turnover of the game. Mocs with a 3 and out and had to punt it away.
So they start the series with Devontae Houston at running back, more of a speed guy.
Sudderth goes in motion up top. And here's McNamara. He comes up throwing over the middle. It's complete to Sudderth. Sudderth with a 1st down into Chattanooga territory. He goes to the Mocs 45. Zion Rutledge on the tackle.
Taharon Sudderth, a big body kid at 6'2", 239. Tough, consistent, very physical.
Under 2 minutes to go on the third. Big hole here for Houston. And Houston inside the 25, and another ETSU 1st down. 2 big plays to open this drive. A 22-yard run there by Houston.
Kamari Todd in on the tackle, but man, what a huge gain for the Buccaneers.
Throwing for the end zone and incomplete. Gallardet's the intended target.
They had plenty of room in that corner on that fade pass. Gallardet's is just like, oh, I should have caught it. It would have been a heck of a catch, but he did have the defender one-on-one.
That was the true freshman KJ Sajor defending. 2nd down and 10. And we're under a minute. Chattanooga late making a substitution as Isaiah Harvey will come in for the Mocs.
And Buccaneers have the freshman quarterback, Bird.
Play clock winding down. And here's the end around as Devontae Houston gets tripped up. Jackson Bird, the true freshman in at quarterback out of Clayton, North Carolina. We mentioned it earlier. ETSU has played 4 different quarterbacks this year, not because they wanted to necessarily. That's been out of necessity. And here is Bird on the keeper to the left side, inside the 10. He is hit hard and driven back.
And that's what makes Bird different, is he just got tremendous speed. So he's a dual threat type player, but the speed is greater than the other quarterbacks they can bring in, and he kind of showed it on that play.
See if ETSU will get it off before the quarter ends. They can't. 21-17. We go to the fourth quarter. The coaches said they thought it'd be a fourth quarter fight. Well, here we go. ETSU knocking on the door to take the lead. 21-17. Chattanooga in front. Back with the fourth quarter after this. What's Up Next at Home is presented by Real Estate Partners Chattanooga and Realtor Claire Smith. Claire is a proud UTC alum in her hometown of Chattanooga. Visit clairesmithhomes.com. Soccer takes on VMI in Finley Stadium tomorrow. It is senior day for the Mocs. Final home match of the regular season. You can keep up with their schedule online at gomocs.com. Chris Goforth, Scott McMahon, Mackenzie Johnson with you from Finley Stadium. The rail rivalry between ETSU and Chattanooga. Cade McNamara back in at quarterback. Here's the snap, though, and the Wildcat. It goes to Albritton. He had a 60-yard touchdown run in the third quarter. He'll get it inside the 5.
Zion Rutledge on the stop, but, man, he's just a load coming at you. Obviously showed his speed on the 60-yard run, but, man, his power is crazy, too.
Started out at South Florida and then at Ole Miss. Now at ETSU, here he comes again, and he's going to push the pile forward. Can he push it across the goal line? Mark him down at the 1-yard line.
He's like a one-man tush push.
Yeah, he doesn't need a lot of help.
No.
He doesn't need a lot of help.
He's just built low to the ground. Look at him, just the big thighs. I mean, he's just fire plug.
ETSU on third down. They started the day 3 of 4. Since then, they are just 2 of 8 on third down. 3rd and goal, Albritton, touchdown, Buccaneers. Jason Albritton, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day, and ETSU has taken the lead.
That was actually almost too easy. I mean, he just followed his offensive lineman and walked right in.
That is a career high in touchdowns for Jason Albritton. First time he's ever scored 2 in a game. Ewan Johnson on to attempt the extra point. It is up and it's good. Buccaneers have their first lead since the first quarter. 24-21, ETSU in front. Jason Albritton with a touchdown run.
I need to try it first.
At First Bank, we tell our customers to bank local and get more. But everyone's more is different. Is yours more adventure? More space? More education? Or work that's more you? We always say bank local, get more. More product range, more accessible bankers, and a whole lot less standing in your way. Whatever your more, you can now get more excited because we got this.
What is a patient? It's the mom who gets up at 5 a.m. to have cold chemicals injected into her veins and still make it to work on time. And it's the father who sweats through 2 t-shirts trying to make it across the room to keep the promise he made to walk his daughter down the aisle. So, what is a patient? It's the idea behind everything we do. Because at Erlanger, you are our big idea.
Get ready, fans. The SoCon 2025 Football Championship is where legends are born. When the final whistle blows, Southern recognition is here to make your victory last. Bold, custom-crafted rings built for champions turn every moment on the gridiron into a legacy. This year, don't just play for the win. Drive your championship into the end zone with Southern recognition.
Real recognize real. Real tasty. Unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment. Crisp lemon lime. You see it and answer the thirst, but never thirsty. Sprite, the clear favorite.
A minute gone in the 4th quarter. Jason Albritton takes it in, his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. That's a new career high for him. And ETSU has their first lead since the first half. 24-21, Buccaneers with a lead over the Mocs. Chattanooga set to get it back. Johnson will be the one to kick it off. And this will be Markel Quick watching it sail over his head and into the end zone for the touchback. Chris Goforth, Scott McMahon, Mackenzie Johnson with you from Finley Stadium today.
Mocs are going to need some couple guys to step up here in a big way. You know, Orth hasn't run much here in recent possessions. Of course, they've got the ETSU defense keying on Justice Durant for sure. So who's going to step up and make a play? Is it Markel Quick, A.J. Little in the throwing game, or
Ryan Ingram in the backfield right now with Orth? Chattanooga starts from their own 25, and here goes Ingram. Ingram turns sideways, shy of the 30-yard line. Jai Barnes, among others, on the stop. Picks up 4. Sets up a 2nd down and 6. ETSU is focused on stopping this Chattanooga run game in the second half. Bucks ran it well in the first half. The offense was clicking early. They've been stuck in neutral, nearly picked off. Making a diving attempt at the football was Ty Anderson.
That was almost a nice interception right off the top of the turf, but Anderson couldn't come up with it. Defended really well by ETSU.
Forces a third down where Chattanooga is 2 for 8 on third down. Orth throws over the middle, incomplete pass at the 35-yard line. Would have been a first down had A.J. Little been able to hang on.
Kinsley Johnson, well defended.
Well, after seeing ETSU jump back in front, Chattanooga will have to punt following a 3-and-out.
They try to go more of the passing game there, but just you got to credit ETSU with some great defense. Ty Anderson and Kinsley Johnson on the 2 previous plays.
JU soars one, and a fair catch called for and made by Xavier Gallardetz. ETSU ball when we return back to Finley Stadium. Bucks with a lead, 24-21 over the Mocs. Back at Finley Stadium, ETSU leading Chattanooga 24-21. Bucks had a lead at the end of the first quarter. Chattanooga scored early in the second quarter to take a 14-10 advantage. Each team with a score in the third, and then ETSU with a score 1 minute gone into this fourth quarter. Last 3 drives for ETSU. They've gone 83 yards, 62 yards, and 62 yards. 2 of those drives have ended in touchdowns. The other one resulted in a fumble at the Chattanooga 11, and here's Houston with room. And he's caught and tripped up by Kamari Todd for Chattanooga. If not for Todd, he might still be running.
Here you can't come with that tempo that has been so successful in the last couple drives.
McNamara off play action. Puts it up deep. Beautiful over the shoulder catch.
What a catch.
Jeremiah Harrison, that's a true freshman.
Harrison, 6'1", 178 out of Charlotte, North Carolina, made a tremendous catch with the defender all over him. You'll see McNamara just kind of lift it up there and let him run underneath it. What a great catch by Jeremiah Harrison.
ETSU back in business inside the Chattanooga 25-yard line. McNamara again, this time throwing for the end zone and a score.
Harrison
One more time, Jeremiah Harrison.
Man, they just decided to let the freshman eat a little bit here. Twice back to back, he makes two really good catches. That time he was behind the defender. So there's Bird, the quarterback. They're both in the same class, freshman class. Plenty of time, and boom, he just picking on the freshman cornerback, KJ Sajor, with a freshman receiver.
Ewan Johnson on. He's been perfect today on his extra points. And he splits the uprights. And we've got a 10-point game. ETSU now in front, 31-21. Jeremiah Harrison with two huge receptions on that drive, as ETSU wasted no time taking it downfield.
No, they didn't. Yeah, that was impressive. It's almost like they've been holding that card back the whole game and said, okay, let's unleash this when we really need it. Impressive.
That drive, Scott, took 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Ooh, man, if you're Chattanooga's defense, you gotta make them earn it a little bit more than that.
And that is 4 drives now for ETSU. Their last 4 drives, 3 of which have ended in scores, in touchdowns. And the other one was a fumble at the Chattanooga 11-yard line.
Yeah, it was a long drive. It just ended in a fumble.
Johnson will hang this one up, and again, Markel Quick watches it go into the end zone for the touchback. Cam Orth and the Chattanooga offense. Now you start to feel, I guess, a little pressure. If you're the Mocs offense, 12 minutes to go in this game, you find yourself down by 10. You're certainly not out of it, but this is an offense that has struggled. Their last 3 drives have all been 3 and outs.
They got to throw something different at this ETSU defense. I mean, that's just a fact. You're not going to be able to just turn around and hand it off to Justice Durant. He's going to get 8 yards every time. The ETSU Bucks defense is too in tune with what Chattanooga wants to do.
Here's Orth. They hand it off to Durant. Durant picks up 2 to the 27.
Ty Anderson on the stop. Anderson's been super active all day. As you mentioned earlier, Will Healy said he's the heartbeat of their defense. He has all the stats to prove it. Keeps making plays.
Here comes Durant again to the 30-yard line. Sets up a 3rd and 5.
Nick Hunter on the stop for the Buccaneers that time.
Chattanooga just 2 of 9 on 3rd down today.
You find yourself in a 3rd and 5 where you haven't had much production the last couple of possessions.
This was a team that didn't even see a 3rd down until the 2nd quarter. Incomplete pass, 4th down. Oggs in coverage for ETSU. Markel Quick, the intended receiver. So on a 4th down, Chattanooga will again have to punt it back, down by 10. Gallardet's at the 25. Hoping for a chance to return it. And the fair catch is made at the 30-yard line, and there comes the penalty flag. I'm not sure Chattanooga gave him enough room. We'll wait and see what the call is. They mark it at the 31-yard line. That is, in fact, the call. So this will turn into a huge mark-off as the ball goes to the 46-yard line. Gallaudet was able to secure it after calling for that fair catch with the Chattanooga player almost face mask to face mask with him. McNamara hands it off. Houston to midfield. Well, Scott, we had talked about the need for ETSU to go back to that tempo offense in the second half. They did that. It's paid off. It's worked. Now you're up by 10. 10 minutes to go. You want to slow this thing down? I don't think that appears to be the case. Here goes Houston. Look out. Houston. See you later. Touchdown, ETSU. 50 yards for Devontae Houston. And the Buccaneers turning it on in the second half.
Boy, no kidding, man. It is just a barrage. Was it not 21-10 at one point? Now you have 27 pending the extra point, 28 unanswered.
Devontae Houston with the touchdown run.
And I mean, zero juice on the Chattanooga sideline. I mean, and I don't blame them. They've just been shell-shocked by the last 4 possessions. Even though one of them, they got a fumble, a fortunate fumble. Still couldn't do anything with it.
Ewan Johnson on to tack on the extra point, as ETSU has just exploded in this second half. Big play after big play. Johnson's kick is good, and ETSU in front. 38-21. We'll return back to Finley Stadium after this. In 11 minutes of football, ETSU has scored 4 touchdowns, and they lead Chattanooga 38-21. In the second half, Buccaneers have had the ball 5 times. 4 of those 5 have resulted in touchdowns. All of them have gone at least 54 yards. And the one drive they didn't score in, they fumbled at the Chattanooga 11 when it looked like they were going in.
Like a self-inflicted fumble, too. It wasn't caused. And, man, what a offensive assault from the Buccaneers since about just a little bit under the 7-minute mark in the third quarter. 4 TDs.
Ewing will put it up for Quick, and this one is returnable from inside the 5. Quick looks to get outside and can. He's caught from behind and slung down at the 15-yard line.
And all the Buccaneers are feeling it now.
So with that, Chattanooga will again go to work with a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Mocs led it 14-10 at the half. Their one score in this second half came on a fake field goal attempt when their kicker Jude Kelly raced into the end zone for the score. ETSU has been focused on the Chattanooga run game, and they have completely taken the Mocs out of it on the ground. Here's the throw to Justice Durant out of the backfield. He's got the first down out across the 25-yard line.
Durant was wide open in the flat there. Of course, Orth makes the right read. Not as much defensive intensity on that play that we've seen here in the fourth quarter from the Buccaneers.
4 wide receivers set for Chattanooga, including 3 at the top of your screen. Give goes Durant. He'll find some room. Justice Durant running hard out to the 35-yard line. Yeah, we talk about how locked down ETSU has been defensively. Their last 4 drives, Chattanooga has run 12 plays, and they've totaled 16 yards.
Wow. Man, that is an impressive effort from the Buccaneers defense.
Mocs trying to find some offensive rhythm here on a 2nd and short from their own 36. Orth, a tight pocket, threads the needle, it's caught. And a big run into ETSU territory and still on his feet. He goes to the 25-yard line. Markel Quick once again.
Quick almost, right when he made the catch, almost just went to the ground, then caught his feet and realized nobody's touched me.
How about 39 yards on the throw and catch? And
it's what the doctor ordered for the Mocs offense for sure.
Yeah, look at Quick doing it on his own there at the end. From the ETSU 25-yard line. Orth throwing for the end zone. Incomplete. Again, going back to Quick. Quick has become the favorite target for Camden Orth.
Well defended by William Wells. Senior safety, one-on-one with Quick.
He's caught 5 passes today for 115 yards and a touchdown, has Markel Quick. Chattanooga's had a hard time getting him the ball. Last week, he only had 1 reception. Check that, he had 5, but for just 31 yards last week. Orth, he'll run. Tripped up at about the 22-yard line.
Nice play, Ty Anderson again. We've called his name a bunch. He's super active on that defense, number 10. There he is. Made a nice ankle-grabbing tackle on Camden Orth.
Chattanooga 2 of 10 on 3rd downs. They're faced with another one here. At the ETSU now 23-yard line. Orth guns complete. Caught at the 5. Touchdown Chattanooga. Josh Williams.
Sophomore Josh Williams made a nice move on the defender and comes wide open. Orth finds him. It's another really good move to get in the end zone. Pretty nice play by Camden North. Josh Williams for the Mocs. Much needed points.
22 yards officially on the throw. Well, as you said, that was a drive Chattanooga really needed to stay in this one. Jude Kelly can make it a 10-point game with this extra point.
I mean, honestly, their backs were against the wall. You had to have that.
38-28, Chattanooga back on the board. 7:20 to go in the fourth. Well, we said at the start of the drive, maybe the pressure on Chattanooga offense to come away with points. They do that on this drive. Now it reverts back to the Mocs defense, trying to find a way to stop what has been a phenomenal offense for ETSU in this second half.
I think as much as you needed that score and those points on the board, like I said, had to have that, you have to have a stop here of this ETSU offense who, ever since about midway through the third quarter, has been absolutely on fire. Mocs have got to get a stop because time, being down 10 points, time is winding down.
ETSU will have Ephraim Floyd and Devontae Houston, the two deep men. Houston being the deepest out of that group. Gray Kelly will hang it up high. Fair catch called for and made by Devontae Houston. And we get a flag that came out. Looks like it came out late. Flag is at the 25-yard line. Well, the Chattanooga faithful not happy about it. Head coach Rusty Wright certainly not happy with that call. He is furious right now on the Chattanooga sideline. He followed the field judge for about 50 yards.
Yeah, he was not happy.
That is the 9th penalty of the day for Chattanooga. This is Galvin.
Played well, though. Back Kamari Todd.
Sterling Galvin chased out of bounds for a loss. And another penalty flag.
Sterling Galvin on the carry. Penalty flag on the play.
Face mask against Kamari Todd of Chattanooga. Get a look at it here on this replay.
Just for a split second, but enough that the referee saw it, the side judge saw it. Dropped his marker. Man, that's two tough penalties against the Mocs here when they need a big-time stop.
Ball moves across midfield and goes to the 45-yard line on Chattanooga's end of things. Had some rain showers back in the third quarter here that sent a lot of folks scrambling for cover. That rain didn't last long. It's moved out of the area. Here's Houston, and Houston is stuffed and driven back.
Number 3, Devontae Houston on the carry. Number 8, Emmanuel Nixon. Gain 2 yards, second down, 8.
Floyd goes across the formation. Well, ETSU played with a lot of tempo in this second half, and it has been to their advantage. They have They're not crawling, but they have slowed down some, and that's Houston that gets stuffed for a loss. Kai Teo on the stop for Chattanooga. Buccaneers 6 of 13 today on third downs, faced with one here.
Teo was locked in with the offensive lineman blocking him and still was able to wrap his one arm around the running back and get him down. 3rd and 8 again. Chattanooga's going to get back in it. Got to have a stop here.
Screen out of the backfield. It goes Houston. Houston. I don't believe he gets the first down. Chattanooga stops him at the 34. He's going to be about a yard short. Should force a 4th and 1. That was Isaiah Harvey among those white jerseys on that stop for UTC.
So here's how much of a riverboat gambler Will Healy is, right?
They'll go for it.
4th and 1. Why not? Up 20 or up 10 points, I should say.
Yeah, that'll be a false start against ETSU.
That'll change his decision, I bet.
Hey, we mentioned they had kind of slowed down a little bit offensively, went back to tempo there, and it didn't work for them. So the ball moves back to the 41-yard line, and here comes the punt team. Nate Brackett, who, by the way, is a former high school quarterback, for what that's worth.
Number 16, Nate Brackett, in punt formation for ETSU.
A.J. Little back to return the kick for Chattanooga. And this will go into the end zone for the touchback.
Did a good job of faking out where it was on the field, right? If he'd have been standing over by the ball, the Buccaneers may have been able to down that inside the 5. But
here's a look at the Southern Conference standings. That is coming into play today. Mercer and Western Carolina atop the conference. Mercer ranked nationally. Furman and the Citadel right behind them, followed by these two. Chattanooga and ETSU trying to keep pace. Chattanooga 2-4 on the year. ETSU at 3-4. Mocs with a touchdown drive on their last possession. We said they needed to come up with the defensive stop, and eventually they do. They force the punt. And now from the 25-yard line, here's Camden North. Off play action. Screen set up. Justice Durant on his feet.
Some blockers.
And Justice Durant gets out close to the 40-yard line. It was Nick Hunter. Popped him out of bounds.
Nick Hunter drilled him. That was a shot.
We've talked earlier about how beat up ETSU has been this season. Just the injury bug has been awful on the Mocs. On the Bucks rather, and Nick Hunter, one of those guys. He didn't play last week. Missed the game due to an injury. Orth gonna loft it downfield, and it's caught. Josh Williams. Boy, that is another remarkable catch today. We saw a great catch by Jeremiah Harrison going over the shoulder. How about this one from Josh Williams at a gain of 30?
Defender all over him, too, and he still was able to come up with a football. Impressive. Josh Williams, sophomore, 6 feet, 192. You see him, the hand fighting that you're going to get. He still makes the catch.
Under 4 to go. Chattanooga down by 10. Durant inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Gets the clock started. Both teams with a full complement of timeouts for the final 3.5. Durant cuts it up inside to the 20. Should be enough for the first down.
Nick Hunter on the stop again.
Move the chains for the Mocs.
Looks like Durant came to the sidelines. They'll go with Ryan Ingram at running back.
McIntyre motions across the formation. Or throwing into coverage and an incomplete pass. That ball might have been tipped at the line of scrimmage. He was throwing for A.J. Little.
Second down, 10.
Second down 10. Orth throwing for the end zone.
Wow.
Touchdown, Mocs.
Another great catch.
Jamari Robinson.
Wow, Robinson, 6'2", 179. Senior. Touchdown coming in. Give him another one now. Randolph, Massachusetts native. And that was a great catch again with a defender right around him. Still was able to concentrate, come down with the football in the end zone.
We mentioned Chattanooga having a hard time getting Markel Quick involved recently offensively. Jamari Robinson has been the guy in the passing game the last 2 weeks. 9 catches for 139 yards. And Jude Kelly's extra point attempt is good. And we've got ourselves a 3-point game.
Ooh, how about that?
Orth throwing for the end zone. Jamari Robinson. The catch. Well, look, what was it Will Healy told our Mackenzie Johnson before the start of the third quarter? He thought it would be a fist fight.
Yeah.
It's going to go 4 quarters. Well,
it's been a fourth quarter fight for sure.
That has certainly been the case. 38-35 ETSU with the lead. This was a 14-10 Chattanooga lead at the half. And it has been a wild second half full of explosive plays. I'm sure Will Healy has this in his pocket or he's got it stored away, but he knows how many first downs he needs to get to milk 2 minutes and 29 seconds off this clock.
Yeah, I would think he's got that information.
There's a look at the ETSU head coach. We talked to him this week on Wednesday. His wife and kids, they were on their way down to Chattanooga at that point.
And the guy on his left with a notebook in his hand is kind of his analyst. Like you're saying, if you know how many first downs you need to make to salt this thing away with 2.5 to play, that's his number cruncher, if you will.
Well, ETSU expecting Chattanooga to onside kick it. The ambidextrous Jude Kelly is out there. And here's the onside kick attempt. High into the air. Chattanooga has it. Landon Strickland came down with it for Chattanooga. And Jude Kelly does it again.
He is tremendous at onside kicks. We talked about that earlier. Landon Strickland, 6'3", 217, uses all that length to come down with it on the sideline. And you talk about Jude Kelly putting the correct bounce. It hit that second time and it kicked straight up just like you right there. Look how high it goes. That's just a jump ball. What a tremendous, tremendous play by Landon Strickland.
So Chattanooga is down by 3, and the Mocs will take over at their own 46-yard line. And I think they're going to take a look at this down on the field. They are. Our referee and Jake Brombach
I really don't know what you're looking at. I mean, unless he thinks he was out of bounds with the initial foot.
Mark Pynick, our replay official, got a chance to talk to Mark a little bit before kickoff today. First chance they've really had to look at anything.
You know, if you rule that in and a fair catch made or a onside kick recovered, I don't think there's enough video evidence to overturn that. There's just so many people that talked about last week with the Georgia and Auburn touchdown. Was it a touchdown? They call it a fumble initially, and I just don't think there was enough video evidence to overturn the initial call. So if that's called a caught inbounds onside kick, I don't see any evidence going to overturn that. Just from here, at least, in the booth. The press box, I don't.
They want to look to see where his feet came down. Did he come down inbounds or out of bounds? That's the question.
Right. And great job by the referee crew to do that.
And it was that.
Because it was close.
This is the look right here. Wow.
I mean, again, I don't see evidence of saying for sure he was out of bounds.
This is what the replay officials are looking at. Is that a heel on the white line?
Just the heel. Here we go. That close.
The call on the field will be overturned and ETSU will get the ball.
That close. I mean, that's not even a cleat. I mean, that's not even the edge of a shoe. But indeed was on the white line, which is out of bounds. Mr. Wright pleading for the call not to be overturned.
At the end of the day, they got it right.
Yes, and that's what it's supposed to be.
At the end of the day, the officials got it right.
And that is their job.
So at the 41-yard line, ETSU takes over on Chattanooga's end of the field. Direct snap back to Devontae Houston. And Houston will pick his way inside the 40.
Kalen Drakeford on the tackle.
And we've got a timeout that is asked for by Chattanooga.
So both teams had 3 timeouts. Chattanooga will burn one here to stop that clock.
Pick up a 4 on first down.
Yeah, going to be like 2nd and 6.
ETSU with a 38-35 lead.
What a fourth quarter this has been, huh?
What a second half this has been.
Yeah.
And Rusty Wright is still talking to the officials about the play over on the sidelines. But you see him there almost at the 50-yard line, and he continues to work those officials. Floyd in motion. Here's the toss out to Houston, and he's
Manuel Dixon
pulled down.
slings him down.
And a nice play there by the Chattanooga defense. Mocs will take their second timeout now.
Dixon shows tremendous speed flying to the ball carrier.
Chattanooga's taken 2 timeouts here, trying to work this to be able to get the ball back. ETSU faced with a 3rd down.
And obviously the clock will stop at 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think if you're UTC, you're hopeful that you run this play, you hold them, you get the 2-minute timeout, and then you come back and ETSU has to punt the ball back to you, and you've got 2 minutes and 1 timeout to work a little magic at home. Devontae Houston in the backfield. He's on the left hip of McNamara. Now he motions out. McNamara throws complete. Floyd made the catch.
Short.
He's upended about a yard shy of the 1st down. So UTC will let this clock tick down to the 2-minute warning. It becomes now 4th and 1. And with 2 minutes to go, breaking the action. 4th down for ETSU when we return. 38-35, Buccaneers leading the Mocs. ETSU with the lead and the ball. 4th down and 1 from the Chattanooga 32-yard line. The Buccaneers today are 3 of 3 on 4th downs for the season. They are 11 of 16. If you can get the 1st down, you take a knee, and you can run this out back into the jumbo package. Albritton
doesn't get it.
Does not look like he got the 1st down. The Chattanooga defense gets up celebrating. And Chattanooga, look at this on the replay.
really good job by defensive coordinator Mike Yeager. Obviously, they've had some breakdowns throughout the afternoon, but when you saw that formation with Big Albritton, you just keyed on the fact that he's going to run that football power at you. And the Mocs defense is ready for it.
Chattanooga takes over a minute 56, 1st and 10 for the Mocs. With 1 timeout, they trail by 3. A field goal can send us to overtime. Here's Orth. Comes up throwing. Caught at the 40-yard line. Justice Durant pulled it in.
Kinsley Johnson almost stole it from him, too, there for just a second.
And here's Durant looking for room. Durant gets first down yardage to about the 44-yard line.
Nick Hunter a little banged up for the Buccaneers. Gets back on his side of the line of scrimmage, but kind of bent over and
high snap from Orth. Drops it off again, short out of the backfield. Into ETSU territory and right at the sticks. That's another first down. Once again, it's Justice Durant.
The Mocs using a little tempo.
Durant with only 5 catches on the year, 2 big ones on this drive for Chattanooga. Mocs on the march. Orth drops it off, popped hard after making the catch. Ryan Ingram that time. Well, all the focus has been on those receivers in the pass game, and Markel Quick and Jamari Robinson. And now it's about the running backs in Durant and Ingram and the underneath stuff for Chattanooga. Mocs still holding on to that 1 timeout. We're under a minute left. And I think that it's an issue with the clock here. They've reset the clock to 56 seconds. McIntyre motions into that wing position, and now they checking on Devin Lively, Chattanooga center. Here's Orth making the catch again out of the backfield. It's Ryan Ingram. Ingram to about the 36-yard line, clock running. And Chattanooga will now burn their final timeout. It comes with 45 seconds left.
If it had been a little more accurate, Ingram could have kept his feet. Could have gained a little bit more yardage, but it didn't happen that way. So he's down as soon as he catches it. And you got to burn your last timeout if you're Rusty Wright.
3rd down here for the Mocs. Chattanooga 3 of 11 today on 3rd downs. If you don't pick up the first down, you're looking at about 55 yards. Jude Kelly's career long is 49. He did that last year. So here we go, faced with a 3rd down. Chattanooga looks to extend the drive. Ingram in the backfield with Orth. McIntyre goes in motion. The keeper by Orth to the 30-yard line, and Orth has the first down for Chattanooga. Scott, you mentioned it earlier. We haven't seen a lot of him on his feet today. Critical run there for the first down for Chattanooga. Time an issue.
Great fake to the running back, too, to spring that run for Orth.
Orth stepping up. He'll have to run again. Orth on his feet inside the 20.
Look at him go.
The 15-yard line. Chattanooga's out of timeouts now with 22 seconds left. Orth is saying, let's spike it. Under center, and he'll spike it. 21 seconds remaining. Cam Orth.
Just the sheer want to, right? I mean, he just weaving around people, stays on his feet, won't go down until he's hit square by Mike Jenkins, brings him to the turf.
Ball is to the 14-yard line.
I'd say you at least throw a fade or maybe even two here. Try for the end zone to win the game outright.
A.J. Little split out wide to the top of your screen. Jamari Robinson wide to the bottom, and we've got a timeout asked for now by ETSU.
Remember, it was 38-21 at one point in time. Bucks looked like they had all the momentum seized on their favor. And Chattanooga finds a spark and just gets it down to the point where you have a chance to win it, you have a chance to tie it. Like you said earlier, you've said it a number of times today, both coaches telling us it's going to be a fourth quarter battle, and my gosh, has it ever been.
.21 seconds to go. That's Robinson split out wide to the left. Quick is in the slot on the left side. McIntyre, the tight end, slot right. Little out wide right. Here's Orth looking to throw, fires over the middle. That's complete. Inside the 5-yard line to the 4. Markel Quick made the catch. Chattanooga's got to hurry again. And once again, Orth has to spike it to stop the clock. 15 seconds left. Look at the big-time throw and the big-time catch here. Orth having to thread the needle, and he does, right to Quick.
He threw a dart on that one. You could see the extra oomph in his body motion.
That was against Oggs, and Oggs had it played well defensively.
Yes, he did.
Just a good throw. At the 4-yard line with 15 seconds left. Chattanooga down by 3. Ingram in the backfield. Orth fires. Caught! Wow. Touchdown Chattanooga. Jamari Robinson.
Wow, Jamari Robinson with tremendous hands. Goes up high, points the football, and comes down with 1 foot in bounds. A tremendous athletic play.
The celebration on the Chattanooga sidelines as Jamari Robinson pulled it in for the score, and Chattanooga back in front in what has been a wild second half, and we've still got 11 seconds.
Yeah,
this thing ain't over,
kids. It's not over.
Jude Kelly out to attempt the extra point. And Kelly makes it 42-38.
Let's watch his throw again. The throw and the catch. Okay, this is the one to set it up. Right here's your touchdown. No, that's okay. This is our drive to set up the touchdown. Hopefully we get a look at the one in the corner because that thing was an incredible catch. Just going up, athletically putting your body in a spot where only you're going to make the snag, and Jamari Robinson comes up big for Rusty Wright in the box.
We talked at the start of the drive. It was Ingram and Durant with the underneath stuff, but they end it with Quick inside the 5, and then that's Jamari Robinson with the touchdown.
Big time clutch TD by Jamari Robinson.
11 seconds remaining. For ETSU.
How surprised would you be if he returned the kick for a touchdown right now?
The way this game is gone, no.
Wouldn't shock anyone.
Not a bit. Not a bit with the way this game is gone. Jude Kelly with the line drive. Bounding down the field, taking on the hop. Has the 20, has the 30, and out of bounds shy of the 40-yard line with 6 seconds remaining.
Here we go. Chattanooga mock defenders just obviously saying don't let anybody get behind you. And if they do catch it in front of you, you better get them on the ground before they make a move.
Will Healy raved about his wide receivers, said this was an explosive group. The true freshman Harrison has come up big today. Here's McNamara. He'll throw it short. It's a hook and lateral.
A bunch of them.
Houston drops it.
This madness.
McNamara back to Houston again. And Houston now, he'll take off, throws it behind. It's Floyd.
And there's
Floyd
nobody
tosses
there.
it up. Chattanooga recovers it.
Wow.
Ball game over.
Holy cow.
What a finish.
What an ending. What an incredible fourth quarter. My goodness. I've never seen anything like that. Just the entire, like we mentioned, halfway through the third quarter, it's 21-10, Chattanooga. And then the explosion goes off. A point explosion for both teams. Incredible clutch catch in the end by Jamari Robinson to win it. And then, of course, that backyard flag football play at the end.
An unbelievable finish as Chattanooga rallies for the 42-38 win over ETSU. 6 straight victories now for the Mocs in this series. Let's head to the field. Mackenzie Johnson standing by with the Mocs head coach.
You said it at halftime. You expected physical, but speak on the intensity of this game and how your boys played until the very end.
You know, we're throwing everything we got at people. I mean, we're not big enough. We're not strong enough right now, but this group's growing up. They got to continue to grow up, and then, you know, hopefully this goes a long way for us. But we're our own worst enemies at times. But you know, I just told them, I was like, it can't be 59 minutes and 30 seconds. It's got to be a 60-minute game, and these kids did that today. So proud of them and those coaches.
Coach Healy, a friend of yours, former assistant coach. What is it like to coach against someone like that?
You know, it's hard because he puts his heart and soul into it, just like we all do. You know, and they've had some tough luck the last couple of weeks, but. You know, it's a competitive game. You know, it's competitive.
It was rail rivalry. You guys get to bring it home again for the 8th time in a row. Talk a little bit about what that win means for you.
You know what? We don't treat it any differently. Maybe we ought to, the way this one ended up, but they're always tough physical games, and we got to do, you know, we just got to be better.
Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Mackenzie Johnson with Chattanooga head coach Rusty Wright as the Mocs get the win. They have to come from behind to get it done. And what a second half. Here is what is still to come for Chattanooga this season now. This is back-to-back wins. First time Chattanooga's won 2 in a row this year. They do it today with a win over ETSU. Next week they hit the road. They go to Samford and then back here at home to start what is a tough stretch in the month of November with Western Carolina, Furman, and Mercer in consecutive weeks. Scott, some final thoughts?
I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. You see them holding the rail trophy from the rail rivalry. They're excited, but what an ending to this football game. Just incredible effort by all the players, all the coaches on both sides. It's really a shame there had to be a loser, but my gosh, what a fourth quarter fight. They both called that one, didn't they?
For Mackenzie Johnson and Scott McMahon, I'm Chris Goforth saying so long from Finley Stadium. Chattanooga, a 42-38 win over ETSU. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streamed live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.